Good afternoon, friends, followers, channel members. Oh, it's great to be back, and what a way to return. Oh, the summer is over. Kids are back at school tomorrow. I've enjoyed a nice, I'm not going to say relaxing holiday with the family. That kind of thing doesn't exist. Yeah, oh, I've missed this. I've missed flying. I've missed being with you guys. And what a way we've got to return. We have got the pre-release of the brand new Aerosoft Frankfurt Airport showcasing for you today. So this is it on screen. We'll take a look at it in a while. Now, a lot of people, the first thing that we're going to be focusing on is going to be the performance. How is it going to perform? Well, because the NDA literally lifted on this about 8 minutes ago, other streamers, other people that have got it are all flying in on VATSIM, which means that we are about to get we're about to get a lot of traffic, I think. So this is really going to put the system to the test. Lots of VATSIM traffic, streaming on the one PC, as I do as well. So we're going to see just how well this handles. Hopefully Stream Battle Labs will not conk out. If it does, stick with us, don't disappear. I just need to restart it. Usually takes about 60 seconds or so. But we will have a look at the performance. Now, there are also quite a few things that Aerosoft have not yet completed, which I'll run through that list for you in a moment. So the plan today is we're going to fly from Frankfurt, obviously, and then we're going to fly to Brussels. It's not a long flight, it's only about 40 minutes, something like that. And then we're going to do a turnaround in Brussels and come back to Frankfurt. Now, that is one mega airport to another. So, yeah, should be really, really good on the visuals today. So if you're working from home, if you're last day before school, anything like that, spend the afternoon with us, and should be great fun. We're in the Fenix A321, which Lufthansa have actually flown on this route. It's such a short route, and they're taking the 321 out. Not their 321 Neos. I don't know if they've got any 321 Neos, actually, but no, this is just the IAE 321 edition as well. So, Mommy for life. Yeah, of course I'm going to show you the airport. We're not just going to sit here and look at a plane, although that plane is very beautiful. So yeah, we're going to have a look at the airport. Before I do, though, full disclosure from Aerosoft, because the version I have got here is not the final version. So just bear that in mind, please, when we are having a little look around. So things that are not yet included. So interior lighting and passengers are missing from some parts of the terminal. Landside terraforming isn't yet completed. There are going to be more clutter objects added in a few places as well. Night lighting in general is also still being worked on. AFCAD airline parking codes, they're not yet completed for those of you using AI traffic. The fuel area to the west of the airport isn't in just yet. Also, the tunnel going under runway 07 left 25 right, that's missing. The LOD, level of detail popping on the buildings due to the mini sizes, are still being adjusted. Aerosoft's video docking guidance system, and also, quite important, there is no GSX profile yet in this, so you might see things like tug vehicles in the way of building and such like that with GSX, so ignore that for now. Highway traffic under taxiway bridges also are going to have a lot more vehicles, which is what I like about the mega airports. The mega airports are realistic. You think of Brussels, which we'll see a little bit later on. You also think of Oslo, which is stunning. They look alive. At the moment, all the basics, from what I can see, and I'll show you in a moment, all the basics are in place for this airport to come alive. They just need to add the life to it. So yeah, they're also going to have more vehicles driving around on the apron and things like that. The blue neon effect on the tower doesn't scale correctly at the moment. The Terminal 3 area has some object clipping as well. Visual artifacts on the service road center lines are also going to be fixed. Terminal 3 is in is a startle further than it is in the real one. That's because there's construction apparently going on there at the moment, so they're going to finish that part once it goes live in real life. Also, highway bridges are missing, and finally, performance optimization is still going on. I know lots of you are are going to be wondering about that. But we are going to take a little walk around the aircraft because we're not scheduled to depart for just under an hour. So I have allowed some time for that. So welcome back, everyone. Great to see the mods in as well. Hey, Nick. Hey, Flight Designs. Hope you've missed me terribly. And our amazing EasyJet Sim pilots as well coming in. Dr. Magic, Mark, and Sean. Organs on his last day before the hard work begins again tomorrow. Tai Chibas, hello. Good to see you. Sean also says we're not far off 45,000 subs right now. Are we? Wow, that's a nice milestone. David990, hello as well. Flight Design celebrating 38 months of channel membership. Says, welcome, you should do a Jayhawk and take EasyJet everywhere. What, even to America? Nick has also got a little anniversary there. 42 months, the original channel member, Nick. 42 months of training captain level membership. That is awesome. More videos hopefully coming soon as well for our top level members with regards to some real life videos and flying. Also, if you're watching on Twitch as well, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us, and a shout out to everyone. So, guys, thank you. Reza Omar also as well coming in. Right, shall we just take a look around and yeah, see what we can see. So, as I said, bear in mind, I think the biggest thing to say at the moment, the liveness, is that a word, of the airport is missing at the moment. All the buildings are more or less completed, but in terms of service vehicles and a lot of the passengers, stuff like that, that is to be added. They are not yet there or available in my version. But I can already see, you know, look at that. There's a lot of glass in this airport, and which is great. I like a lot of glass because as we look in, we can see the interior of the terminals are pretty much there. Here's what I said earlier about lots of people now coming into the land as the NDA has just been lifted. Mark celebrating nearly 3 years of channel membership as well. That is awesome. Norway Spotter, they are not releasing this in this state. No, please don't misunderstand me. This is a pre-release version that I have got. It's very loud here. Let me know if you want me to turn the background noise down. In my headphones, it sounds like I'm actually stood out on a live apron. It's very loud. Let me know if you need me to adjust that. They are not releasing this in this state. You will not purchase this airport in this state. This is a pre-release version that I have got, and so they just haven't basically added those things in yet until I get them. So yeah, not the final release version as Flight Designs has just said. So let's start outside, I guess. So lots of things still to be added. So you can see it's at the moment it looks bare. Which is not what we expect from a mega airport. Also some pink textures down there as well. I've also seen a lot of people sort of on the Discord server for Aerosoft when talking about this, picking up lots of little things that are missing and aren't quite right. So they are all going to be fixed. But as you can see, the details are all there, including lots of signpostage. Henry says the performance looks terrible. Yeah, and we are going to struggle right now. If I was doing this at any other time, we would probably do better. We are going to struggle right now because every man and his dog is currently coming into Frankfurt with pre-release streams. Lots of traffic on VATSIM as well. So you know we are struggling. You are seeing this in its sort of worst possible state, if that makes sense. But in terms of, you'll have probably all seen the pre-release images and the videos and stuff like that. In terms of how it looks, we've come to expect, or I've come to expect, certain things from the Mega Airport tagline, and I don't think you're going to get that until we see the pre-release version, because I need to see all those vehicles. I need to see passengers milling around. But you can see, for those of you that do like the insides of terminals, stuff like this has been done. At the moment, I wouldn't say it's been done to the same level of detail as Oslo, because as you can see there, but we know there's lots more to add in terms of passengers and stuff like that. Flight Design says it looks like a port over, but from where? Unless there was an X-Plane edition available at some point that Aerosoft did. Let's go to the main part of the airfield. Ah, that's nice, and that's probably the most common 747 in the sky at the moment, isn't it? The Lufthansa, they're still flying the 747s. So yeah, as you can see, there's loads of traffic around at the moment, hence the performance optimization. Oh, Nick, mate, thank you for subbing over on Twitch as well. I appreciate that. So I don't know if I can get into the terminals, but you are quite right in terms of performance. A lot still to be done. But also, if you've not got this much VATSIM traffic, you're also not going to struggle as much. So it is going to be interesting. As I say, we're going to fly out of here, we're going to head over to Brussels, and then we're going to come back. So it'll be interesting to see what it's like when we come back. But flight designs, we had Frankfurt for FSX, P3D, and X-Plane, Pacific. I guess you'd have to compare them side by side. Not something I can do, I'm afraid. But if we have a look on the, let's just. You can see, obviously, the further I zoom out, the more details are getting shown, which does also mean that that's when you're going to get the performance hit, because it's obviously showing lots of details and distance as well. Now, I can't remember, what was the price of this? $24.95 when it releases. So yeah, there's that looks like a little truck there that's not been finished painting, has it? I don't know. Maybe Aerosoft should, because I'm seeing this for the first time. I've not been in. I've not been into the airport prior to this stream. This is literally the first time I'm seeing it alongside you guys. Comparing it with Oslo and with Brussels, at the moment, I'll be honest, I am a little bit underwhelmed, but I'm also going to give them the benefit of the doubt that there is still a lot to do. Having said that, aren't they releasing it in a couple of days? You can see performance now has just got better a little bit as stuff is maybe getting cached or whatever. Before anyone asks as well, yes, I have remembered to remove the default Frankfurt Airport, which my Microsoft Flight Simulator does have. But yeah, it does seem like there's still some stuff to sort out, doesn't it? Some bug fixing before release. But like David's just said, it's not finished yet. There is some optimization to do and a few other things required as well. The only fair way to review this is to review the final release edition, isn't it? But I'm sure we can do that in good time. It is a big airport. It's a huge airport. But it's not alive yet. It's most certainly not yet alive. Anyway, shall we see if I can remember how to fly a plane? Let's get on board. Let's taxi around, see what we can see, and see how it looks. I mean, you look at that kind of image there. Apart from passengers missing in the terminal and things, I don't think that looks bad at all. And I'm all for giving developers the benefit of the doubt. And the fact they've let us sort of stream this prior to it being released or even finished, you know, fair play to them. Right. Let's go in. You know, I said there was no GSX profile included. Well, this is why. Do all Germans drive like this? Where's Christian? Let's go into something we know is finished and looks awesome. There we are. Right, into our trusty Fenix A321. Okay, let's have a look and see what we're doing. So, let's just get into the plane. Oh, do you know? Whilst I've been away, I got a mosquito bite on my ear, and my headphones now are really starting to irritate that. Ugh. Great holiday, but mosquitoes. Ugh. What in the world? Why is there a need for them in the world? I know they've been around for 600 million years or whatever, probably outlasting any other creature on the planet. But oh, do one. Okay, so just check out the state of the aircraft. So we're in our turnaround state. We've got our pumps are off. Why is there a FATSIM turned off? Not a FADEC. Why have we got a FAC1 fault? Not happy about that. See what happens with that later on. So, yeah. Pumps are off, packs are off, we're on external power, yeah, that's fine. Spoilers on a parking brake, that should be squawking 2000. I hope we've got ATC here because this place is chaos at the moment. That's fine. Lovely. Let's have a look at our operational flight plan then, which, oh, hang on, I've not connected my, not connected the tablet to the PC yet. So, one moment. Yeah, so we're going to head out to Brussels and then back. Compare one mega airport to the next and see how that gets on. Alright, there we go. So we've got a payload around 15 tons underloaded by loads. Very short flight for a 321 today. Takeoff weight is well below max landing weight, even with a bit of extra fuel maybe thrown on. We've got Legion the alternate, cost index of 12, cruising 220, yeah, it's not a long flight, it's not really any tailwind to speak of either. Off runway 18, and sub 2 uniform, LN05 Alpha, in on 25 left, fuel is 5.3 tons, plug, CNR is just under 3 tons, there's no terrain for our journey today, and the weather's looking beautiful everywhere, so that's nice. All of the alternates looking good as well. Quick check on the weather brief, make sure that Brussels hasn't got anything scary lined up for us. No, that's fine. Have a look at the weather for Frankfurt, not for now, but when we return. What was the date today? So early morning fog, that's now gone. And then a little bit later on this afternoon, a very slight chance of thunderstorms and rain, and I mean a very slight chance, probably not going to happen. So that is our flight route. Bit of a dog leg, isn't it? No significant weather, I don't think that's going to affect us either. So it looks like it should be plain sailing. Pardon the pun. So lots of work going on at the moment. Look at that new stands installed with everything there. Different runways closed. None of those happening right now. Interesting as well because we are coming back here. ILS 25 right is Cat 1 only. So that's fine. Yeah, well, the weather's good enough anyway, so that doesn't concern us. So, operational flight plan then. Only other thing I need to check. Just have a quick look down at the bottom, and wind's fine, so no shearing. Let's go, because it is busy here, we are going to take some extra fuel, so I can throw 6 tons on there, I know we're good. So, we'll take 6 tons of fuel, and we'll get GSX to start that up then. So if I can go to our ground service page, have a look. Where is it? Ah, mass and balance. Apply and load the aircraft. So as I said, it will be GSX. However, GSX has not yet got a profile for this new airport. Right, so now on to the bit that we know how to do, and that's basically setting up the airport and getting ready to go. And we'll taxi around and have a good look. We're on runway 18, so we've got a bit of taxi time. Someone was talking about a world update in Frankfurt. No, I don't think there's it's the premium deluxe version, isn't it? That's got a Zobo Frankfurt Airport in it. All right, so refueling will be underway soon. And let's have a look at setting everything up. So, have we got any ATC around? Yes, we do. 11873. Let's just have a quick listen to that.
Euro Zulu. Runways in use 25 center and 18. Transition level 60. Wind variable 4 knots. Cav OK. Temperature 28, dew point 18. QNH 1015. Trend, Nozick. Frankfurt information Bravo. Out.
Okay, I think we've got everything we needed off of that.
Frankfurt departure information Bravo.
So information Bravo, QNH 1015, that's set there. Audio control panel is all set. Switcher panel, thrust levers, engine wheel mass selection, they're all done. Squawking 2000, 1015 up here. Get the constraints on, we'll get a chart sign of it and check out what we need for that. Load sheet has come through, so let's just grab that. Oh, Christian's just had a power cut, so he's not flying with us. Oh. That's really unlucky, isn't it? Hope I don't get one. Right, there's our load sheet. Let's go through and set up our box. Hey J-Hawk, good afternoon. Right, we've got our 3 nav greens. Aircraft status. Is the RXL still valid? Oh yeah, good. Don't need to update that. That runs out tomorrow is its final day, so update on Thursday for those of you who need reminding. Okay, onto our init page. Cal says you've never seen a scenery treated like it's a new aircraft in pre-release. Oh, it happens quite a lot. What are we? DLH. For Romeo X-ray. Cost index is 12. And what we're cruising at today, 220. Temperature of 18. So a little bit of red flag there. Anti-ice in any clouds. Christian says this scenery even has its own web page. Does it? Didn't realise that. Let's download the winds. Uh, 52.9 north, yeah, and 834.9 east, or 33.9 east, sorry, 34. That's fine. We're on stand Alpha 20. So that's done. Let's pop in the flight plan. So we're off 18. Sub 2 uniform. And then our arrival into Brussels is 25 left. Oh, now which one is it? Because Brussels has its Brussels has different approaches, then hide that. I just realised I'm using Jefferson charts. I really shouldn't be. I don't think as Lufthansa own the Lido charts, I'm pretty certain they'd use those. What are we on? What arrival we on? LN05 Alpha. And that's going to be the Yankee approach then, I think. So that's 25 left. Yankee. Via flow. Now I'm just going to double check what that plan looks like. Otherwise you can end up doing something really daft on this approach if I remember rightly. Yeah, that's fine, that's what we wanted. Craig, why not Orange Airline? Because we're in Frankfurt. EasyJet don't fly there, so wouldn't be true to life if we did that. $205 miles. My operational flight plan has got 204 miles. Perfect. Okay, so happy with that. The RadNav page will tune Fox Romeo Delta. I'll tune that. And now onto the weights and balance screen. So we've got a zero fuel weight of 64.3. A zero fuel weight CFG is 26.4. Fuel for the alternate is 1.7 tons. We're taking 6 tons of fuel. Let's see what the aircraft wants. 4.9, that's fine. So that gives us a nice lovely takeoff weight of 70.1 tons, and our CFGs were 26.4 and our takeoff weight is 25.9. Takeoff weight CFG, that is, not to be confused with our actual takeoff weight, which is 70.1 tons. Right, now we can do the departure calculations. So off runway 18. Anti-ice off, packs off, takeoff weight is... Oh no, I'll stick with EasyJet ops. I don't know what Lufthansa do. We'll stick with the usual SOPs. Takeoff weight is 70.1. And the Mach is 25.9. And we will just go shy of full length. We'll go Lima, which is 3823. So let's put those in. We've got 53, 61, 61. Right, passengers going to start getting on now. And a flex of 57. Oh, I've done flaps 1 in the perf. That's no good. I need flaps 2. We're in A321, aren't we? Try again. Why hasn't that updated anything? Do you know what? I'm just going to check this. Let me just reset it. Flap 2. 70.1. CFG was 25.9 from Lima. Actually didn't make a difference. 153, 161, 161 and flex 57. Okay, and flaps 2. Oh, Sean, did it do flaps 2 automatically? Did I left it in auto? Oh, okay. Well, that's why it hasn't changed, because it already had done it. It knew I was incompetent. Okay, that's fine. Cleans to 15. Let's just have a quick look at the chart for the departure, see if there's any speed restrictions or anything like that. Oh, that's a nice pretty picture, but that's not what I want to show you. What's going on there? It's a bit weird. Thank you. That's what I want to show you. Right, there's a max speed there of 220. Okay, from Delta Fox 976. Oh, I'll just pre-select clean speed when it's 215. Let's be efficient. Good, right, that's done. Secondary flight plan. Copy the active. I know what I haven't done. Let's just go back here and check SimSmart for our performance. Off runway 18. So 1326, 1326, 1326. So basically noise abatement 2. And the engine out procedure is standard left turn to Cha. Okay, so secondary flight plan. Let's just pop in the Cha VOR. Where we will take up the hold if we break something on departure, and 284 right turns. Done. Back to Echo Delta Delta Fox. That'd be a really short stream, but we'd get to see a lot of Frankfurt, wouldn't we? Making a right hand turn, so yeah, we'll come back in on 25 left there, sorry, 25 right. I think they are actually using parallel approaches actually in real life at the moment, so no start, no veer. Done. Okay, so if something goes bang, we've got that sorted. So that's all done. That's all done. Passengers are on board, or they are getting boarded. Let's just check. I've got the departure. We've got the turn to Cha, and then we've got the ILS in as well, and then we've got to go around. Perfect. Okay then, so should we do a little brief? Well, the flight's not very long, so also something that I want to pop in is the information for our arrival, which, just so I'm not messing about, filling stuff out, let me have a look. I'm not going to do a landing distance calculation check. We're a 321, we're very, very light, and we're landing on one of the longest runways in Europe, so I'm pretty certain we're going to be able to stop. But I want to just get the weather for Brussels. 2306. QNH 1015. Same as it is here. Temperature's 22. And get the minimums as well for our arrival, which are 350.
100 above minimum.
If someone can just answer to Stooge UK, who's watching without sound, clearly is at work. It will come with one, but it hasn't got one just yet. So that's all done. Box is set up, and we're ready to brief. Alright, so let's contact ATC, but what we're sort of planning is we're here on November 7th, so I expect a taxi from basically November all the way to runway 18. We might be given Lima, but we'll see. And then we'll not do a single engine taxi either. It's nice, it's very busy, so let's just crack on and burn some fuel. Straight out, we're pre-selected speed at clean speed, so once we've passed DF 976, we'll push for managed speed and accelerate away clean up as we go. Initial climb clearance is 4,000 feet, so we've set that on the FCU. Just so you can see that as well. MSA is 4-3, and we're straight out. First turn will be to the right. And in terms of other threats, I think the biggest threat here is just an airport I'm unfamiliar with because I don't fly from here, and it is very, very busy. Other than that, I think it's fine. Don't take any wrong turns. Lovely. Quick overview of the arrival. Again, it's short flight, so good to know what we're doing. We're on the Ono 5 Alpha arrival, so straight in via Olino, straight down to Flora at flight level 70. When runways 25 left over right, used for landing between 70 and 80. Fine. Okay, we're coming in on 25 left, so yeah, top of descent, we'll get down flight level 70 by Flora, and then from Flora, it's basically just, yeah, straight in, fly, capture the ILS, and done. Nothing out of the ordinary with the IR approach either. It's normal 3-degree approach and ILS. Missed approach will be left turn, but we'll have a little look at that in the brief. I just wanted to get that mindset in there because we won't have that much time to cover it all once we're airborne because it's a short flight. Cool, let's get the APU started, which I'm doing now, and then we will contact ATC, which I imagine is going to be quite busy. 11878.
Now ready for pushback again, area 5 delayed. A5. Area 5 to maximum.
Tower, good afternoon, Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray, stand Alpha 20 A321 with Bravo requesting Alpha clearance to Brussels.
First Lufthansa 1528 identified, no further ATC available, monitor Unicom, goodbye.
Unicom for Lufthansa 158, Frankfurt service, schönen Tag dir noch.
Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray, Frankfurt Tower, hello, I have no flight plan yet.
Stand by, Lufthansa 4 X-ray Romeo. Oh, have we not submitted the flight plan?
Is 970 fully established to 5 white.
Is Vinana 7 to you, number 2, I call you.
Lufthansa 157, requesting pushback and startup.
Lufthansa 157, stand by for pushback, I call
Right,
you.
they should have the flight plan now. Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray should have a flight plan now with you.
Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray, information Bravo current, startup approved, clear destination Brussels, Zobra to uniform departure, flight planned route, climb via fit altitude 4000 feet, squawk 1000.
Cleared by the Sorbu 2 uniform, climb by the SID, initial climb is 4000 and squawk 1000 for Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray.
Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray, read back correct.
Frankfurt Tower, good afternoon.
Good stuff. Passengers are all loaded. Let's get our final load sheet.
Or FSA321.
Let's come off that frequency. So takeoff weight is 70, that's fine, and our COG is 26.4, perfect, 25.9, perfect, no LMCs, refueling of 6 tons is completed, that is balanced, and yeah, excellent. APU bleed is on. I'll give it another 60 seconds before we get the packs on, but with that then all fuel pumps can come on. Still not happy about this FAC falls. What's going on here? I'll just turn that off, turn it back on again. That's very strange, isn't it? There you go. Typical Airbus. Turn it off, turn it on. And it works. That actually happens in real life. That's the procedure for the FAC faults. Turn it off, turn it on again. Good, that's done. That should be there. Seatbelt signs can come on. Pop the packs on now for our passengers as well. Good. So let's run the cockpit preparation checklist. So aircraft acceptance has all been completed. I've just pressed a button whilst grabbing my side stick, so enjoy that wing view for a moment. Fuel quantity, we've just seen 6 tons and bands. Seatbelt signs are on. I need to be in the cockpit to complete this. Yeah, seatbelt signs are on. Days have got the 3 green bar of QNHs 1015 and 350 feet. Done. Okay, let's get GSX into position for us. Only other thing to mention then with regards to the brief, we've briefed what we're doing, we've briefed how we're doing it. Threats then, the fact is a 321, don't over-rotate it, don't strike the tail, but that goes without saying. Or it should go without saying. So yeah, GSX profile not currently yet available with the airport, which is why we've got tugs in the middle of buildings and things like that. So that was a company message.
We're ready for pushback.
That's an old load sheet. Okay, fine. Just clear that off. Back on frequency then. Tower Lufthansa for Romeo X-ray, stand Alpha 20, ready for push and start.
Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray, squawk 1000, push and start approved, facing south.
And squawking 1000, push and start approved, face south. Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray.
Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray, sorry, my bad, stand by for pushback, there's pushbacking traffic behind, I will call you.
No problem, standing by, waiting for push. Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray. Okay, so we're not clear to push just yet. That's all right.
Lufthansa 432, send Alpha 62, information. Charlie's on board, crossing R4 to Chicago.
Lufthansa 432, Frankfurt Tower, hello, information Charlie correct, clear destination Chicago, Oboka to Mike departure.
Oh wow, what a flight.
Route, climb via SIP
Up to
flight level 70, squawk 2036.
Clear Chicago, Oboka to Mike.
Kevin Booth, Kevin, mate, thank you so much. Gifting 5 EasyJets and Pilot Channel memberships to our community. And, oh, that's awesome support, Kevin. Thanks so much.
Correct.
Says we return back to the channel after my summer holiday. Great to have your support there. Says back now for the winter months, hoping to catch up on the streams. Kevin, yeah, that's it. Everyone's busy over the summer, aren't they? I've been away, so as I say, it's our first stream back, so you've come at the right time. So I'm just going to have a look now, just to see sort of where I can anticipate our push is going to be. So November 7 on November 8,
area 3.
and probably straight down November
Area 3.
for a full-length departure. And we plan Lima.
3 to Papa, are you ready for departure?
Yeah.
Lufthansa 3 to Papa, wind variable for knots, runway 25 left, cleared for takeoff.
Lufthansa 3 to Papa, cleared for takeoff.
Easy 972, taxi left on Papa, November 11,
Ooh, an
hold
EasyJet.
short of November.
Please, for takeoff.
He must be lost.
Easy 972, taxi left on Papa, November 11, hold short of November.
Sorry, yeah, Easy 972, can you repeat that, please?
Easy 972, taxi left on Papa, November 11, hold short of November.
Left on Papa, November 11, hold short of November, Easy 972.
And Lufthansa 3 to Papa, say again your request.
I requested nothing.
I requested nothing. I like it.
Lima ready upon reaching.
Roger.
Let's have a quick look around while we're sat here, shall we?
Lufthansa 148, Frankfurt Tower, hello. Lufthansa 148, Charlie correct, startup approved, cleared to destination Nürnberg, City 6 Sierra departure, flight planned route, climb via SIT altitude 4000 feet, squawk 1000.
So our departure runway is over here. Say Toga, can I publish the A320, 321, 319
Lufthansa
procedures?
148, recheck correct. Corner 1478, line up
They
runway 18.
are all pretty much exactly the same as the 320. No real differences.
Lufthansa 157 requesting taxi.
Lufthansa 157, call you back for taxi.
Frankfurt Tower, CJ 76, approach 925, that's fully established.
Cedar Jet 76, Frankfurt Tower, hello. Wind variable for knots, runway 25 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 25 right, CJ 76, thank you.
Andy says they're going to have a heck of a time when it starts using VATSIM due to the speed that they talk.
AFAM.
There's nothing wrong, Andy, with asking them to repeat it.
Lufthansa 15, startup approved.
Better to know exactly what they said than
Lufthansa 1
guess
Bravo, taxi via Lima, November 5,
and get it
Holstein of
wrong.
November. Lufthansa 1 Bravo, taxi via Lima, November 5, hold shot of November.
Lima, November 5, November.
Just remember the great thing about IFR is, Andy, you should always
Lufthansa 1 Yankee, taxi turning point runway 18
pretty much
via
be able
November 8
to
and November.
expect what they're going to say.
Runway 18, November 8, November, Lufthansa 01 Yankee.
Lufthansa 32 Papa identified, monitor Unicom 122.8, goodbye.
122.8, thank you for your service. Goodbye, Lufthansa 32 Papa.
Lufthansa 157, taxi turning point runway 18 via November 8 and November.
Hoping we can now push after this.
Taxiing to holding point.
Because those two guys are the ones on
via
November 8
November 8, November.
in my way. So we'll just get a couple of minutes for them to
Lufthansa 4
move.
Romeo X-ray, pushback approved,
Ah, there you go.
facing south.
Pushback approved, facing south, Lufthansa for Romeo X-ray. So see, you can
Condor
anticipate
1478, wind variable
what they're
for
going to
Knox,
say
runway 18
anyway.
cleared for takeoff.
Right, so we'll get our
takeoff, Condor 1478.
beacon light
Lufthansa
on,
2 Mike Lima, behind the departing A321 lineup, runway 18
squawking
behind.
1000.
FSTraffic line at 18, Lufthansa 2 Mike Lima.
Come on, GSX.
Last station unreadable.
Okay, so parking brake is on, takeoff data is
Lufthansa
confirmed,
1556.
windows are closed,
LEQ,
EFP is on flight mode, doors are
0.505.
closed, not yet armed, and the beacon light is on.
Frankfurt Tower, hello, Twitchhead 120, stand Victor 163, request startup.
Twitchjet 1280, Frankfurt Tower, hello, startup approved.
Startup approved, Twitchhead 120.
Those restrictions disconnected,
Lufthansa 1556, requesting startup.
and parking brakes released.
Lufthansa 1556, Frankfurt Tower, hello. You don't have any clearance yet, confirm?
Requested by PDC.
Engine mode selected to
I
ignition,
think you're disconnected sometimes. Okay, startup
Starting
is
engine
approved,
one.
report ready for taxi.
Cabin crew, armed doors.
Startup approved, Lufthansa 1556. Lufthansa 432, ready for push.
Lufthansa 432, pushback approved, facing west.
Push approved, face west, Lufthansa 432.
this pushback could be interesting, as there's no profile installed yet for GSX.
Runway 18 via November, hold shot of November 11.
November, hold short, November 11. Thomas Cook,
Getting random minimum call outs.
Bro, my game is crashing on my fucking landing. I'm gonna go around.
Excuse the language.
Jet 76, say again.
My game crashed just on my. I mean, my game froze on my landing. I have to go around. Jet 76.
Jet 76, roger, follow published missed approach procedure and monitor Unicom, call me back on final.
Hey, follow Mr. Approach procedure and I want to income and contact on fire for Jet 76.
Lufthansa 2 Mike Lima, wind variable for Knox, runway 18 cleared for takeoff.
Doors are now all armed, just final check on that. Engine 1's available, starting engine 2.
Monitor Unicom, bye-bye.
Emergency lighting.
Over to Unicom, thanks for the service. Bye-bye, Condor 1478.
Easy 972, taxi position Victor 116 via Lima.
Released as shown.
Victor 116 via Lima, easy 972.
And we recommend that you keep it fastened
Minimum.
at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you.
I'm getting that call out just because I've got the minimum set in the box.
Frankfurt Tower, moin, Austrian 2 Charlie, request IFR clearance to Stuttgart, information Charlie received.
Austrian 2 Charlie, Frankfurt Tower, hello, information Charlie correct.
And
Startup
parking brake
approved,
set.
Clear destination Stuttgart, Aniki to Lima departure, flight band route, climb by SITS altitude 4000 feet, squawk 1000.
Startup approved, Aniki
Brian
to
Crawley,
Lima
good
departure.
afternoon, mate. Sorry, I didn't see you come into the chat. Or you, Mark. Apologies, guys.
Austrian 2 Charlie.
It's great to have you all back.
Austrian 2 Charlie, read back correct. Lufthansa 1 Bravo, taxi position Bravo 20 via November 5.
Bravo to 0, November 5. Departure Bravo.
The cabin
Hello, Condor 7 Echo Papa, Bravo 43, request
And
pushback.
engine 2 is available.
Condor 7 Echo Papa, Frankfurt Tower, hello. Pushback approved, area 1.
Area 1, 7 Echo Papa.
Lufthansa 2 Mike Lima identified. Monitor Unicom 122.8, goodbye.
122.8, schönen Abend, morgen noch.
Ebenso.
Bypass pin removed.
Confirm it was Lufthansa 148.
Left is clear.
Lufthansa 148, give way to the EasyJet A320 passing from right to left. The after taxi to holding point runway 18 via Lima.
Right, after start flows have been done, tug driver's disappeared. Noticeable steering message has cleared.
Ready for taxi.
Tag, the tug's moving away. He's out of the way.
A320 passing from right to left. The after taxi to holding point runway 18 via Lima.
Giving way to the EasyJet from right to left and thereafter taxi
And they have to start
holding point
checklist, so
18 via
anti-ice
Lima.
not
Crew check
required.
180.
Ecam status is checked.
Lufthansa
Pitch
148,
trim
give way to the TrueJet Boeing
is
737
25.9,
to the
rudder
right.
neutral.
Thomas Cook 15 Tango Lima, continue taxi via November.
Right, it's a long taxi. We can do the takeoff. We can do the
Lufthansa 01
control
Yankee,
checks
wind
en
variable
route.
4 knots, runway 18 clear for takeoff.
Let's see where we're going.
Runway 18 clear for takeoff, Lufthansa 01 Yankee.
Lufthansa 157,
If we can get a word in.
behind the departing A321 lineup, runway 18 behind.
Landing up behind the A320.
Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray is ready for taxi.
Channel 2 ground for taxi.
To station at 1, first Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray for taxi contact ground 121.855.
Over to ground, thank you. Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray, speak soon.
Lufthansa 432, contact apron 121.855.
So ground's now online, wonderful. Frankfurt ground, good afternoon. Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray, ready for taxi. He may have literally just come online.
Osation, stand by short. Yeah, controller change in progress right now.
Okay, well, let's use the time then. Let's do the flight control checks whilst we're stationary. So, we'll go full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, rudder, full right, rudder, full left, and neutral. And David 998, thanks so much, gifting 5 EasyJets in Pilot Channel memberships to our community on the return of the live streams after the summer madness and the summer break. I had a great break. Thank you, Hawk Gaming. David, appreciate that, my friend. Thank you so much.
Lufthansa 1556, Frankfurt apron, hello, taxi runway 18 via November.
Cabin crew's ready. Hello.
The cabin is now secured for takeoff.
Thank you.
Frankfurt apron, guten Mittag. Lufthansa 432, ready for taxi.
Lufthansa 432, apron, hello, runway 25 center via November 8, Lima, hold short of Lima 3.
November 8, Lima, hold short of Lima 3, 25 center, Lufthansa 432.
And ground, Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray is ready for taxi.
Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray, runway 18, taxi via November 8 and November.
November 8, November to Romeo 18, Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray.
Ocean 7 Alpha X-ray, apron,
Right, taxi lights
low
on.
information.
Auto brake, radars. Tail config looks good. Right.
Apron City Air 125 Alpha 26
Let's go.
requesting startup.
So, no pets, no changes to our performance.
1255,
Engine out procedure is
pushback approved, area 2.
Standard,
City Air 125, we are not ready
straight
for
out,
pushback yet.
and then a
startup
left turn to the Cha VOR. Take up the whole 4,000 feet.
X-ray with PDC request startup.
Departure is Sobo 2 uniform, straight out, slight right turn. Manage the speed after the speed restriction. Clean up as we
November
go.
604 Echo X-Ray, Apron Hello, startup approved.
And Irish climbs 4,000 feet.
Apron hello, Condor 7 Echo Papa, request taxi.
Condor 7 Echo Papa, runway 25 center by November 3, Lima, hold short of Lima 3.
25 center, November 3, Lima,
Edward! Yes, mate, this is Frankfurt, the Aerosoft Frankfurt. Still lots of work to do, I think, to make it
Are you ready to copy your clearance?
as good as their other mega airports. But
First, Ocean 7 Alpha Juliet, are you ready to
passengers
copy?
are still missing, so lots still to do.
Ocean 7 Alpha Juliet, you're cleared split, Aniki 2 Lima departure, flight planned route, climb by at 4000, squawk 1000.
Ocean 7 Alpha Juliet, cleared split, Aniki 2 Lima, 4000 feet, squawk 1000.
Correct. Lufthansa 1556, hold short of November 7.
Hold short November 7, Lufthansa 1556.
Hawk Gaming, is it a frame killer? It is when there's this much traffic here. I always think, don't take what you're seeing on my screen as gospel for frames and performance, because I'm streaming as well off the same PC, so you know that reduces performance of every stream we ever do. Oh, that minimums call out. I'm gonna have to clear the minimums out the box for the arrival.
Minimum.
We're right at it. I think the minimum is 360, and that's what we're at.
Minimum.
Shut up.
Apron, good day. Lufthansa 6 Juliet November. A radio check, please.
VT5.
Yeah. Lufthansa 6 Juliet November. Thank you very much. Alpha 36, ready to copy clearance.
And then we're down
First,
here on
Lufthansa
November.
1556, give way to Lufthansa A321 from the right, thereafter continue taxi.
We'll give way.
Got to remember it's a 321, so try and taxi
Condor
sort of
7 Echo Papa, contact tower 118.78
bit of
hotel.
oversteer.
Condor 7 Echo Papa, 118.78, ciao.
Minimum.
Right, taxi checklist, where's that gone?
Juliet November.
So flight controls have been checked. Flap setting is config 2. FMA, we've got climb down blue, 1FD2, 4000 blue, radar and predictive wind shear is on, ECAM memo is takeoff no blue, and EFB is stowed and disconnected.
6 Juliet November, read that correct.
City Air 1255, Alpha 26, requesting push, able for 2 and 4.
City Air 1255, pushback approved, area 2.
Side stick fault, we can disregard that, cancel that master caution.
Lufthansa 432, contact tower 118.780, ciao.
118.780, Lufthansa 432, schönen Tag noch, ciao.
Minimum.
Lufthansa 6 Juliet November Alpha 36, ready for push.
Minimum.
So this taxiway, I think, goes all the way to runway 18, so we don't really need to worry about going anywhere, to be honest.
Push on start approved, facing west, Lufthansa 6 Juliet November.
Lufthansa 4 X-ray, contact tower 118.780, hotel.
Gate 8, 25, requesting IFR clearance to London Gatwick, Airbus A320.
First, Lufthansa 4 X-ray, contact tower 118.780.
11878 for Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray, thanks for the service, bye-bye.
Etihad 406, apron, hello, info.
Tower Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray.
Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray, hello again.
Bit of a bobble there. There's still some terraforming to do, remember. This is not the final release of the airport.
Thomas Cook 15 Tango Lima, wind variable for north, runway 18, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff 18, Thomas Cook 15 Tango Lima.
Lufthansa 148 identified. Contact departure 124.730. Goodbye.
Departure 124.730, Lufthansa 148, bye-bye.
Fuel truck driver. Typical. That's one thing I hope the new flight sim can try and eradicate, do its best to stop suicide drivers getting on the apron.
Lufthansa 432 behind the next landing company A319, line up runway 25 center behind.
Line up 25 center behind landing, Café Lufthansa 432 behind.
Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray, line up runway 18.
Line up runway 18, Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray.
Lufthansa 454, wind variable 4 knots, runway 25 center, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 25 center, Lufthansa 454.
Let's get all our
Thomas
lights
Cook
on.
15 Tango Lima identified. Contact departure 124.730.
Average departure 124.730, thanks very much, bye-bye.
Lufthansa 7 Echo Papa identified. Contact departure 124.730.
24730, Connor 7 Echo Papa, ciao.
Lufthansa 1556, hold short runway 18.
Lufthansa 1556, hello.
Yeah, that has nice IE engines for the 321. We'll hear those in a moment. Line of checklist. Cabin is secured. Takeoff runways full length 18 confirmed. TCAS TRA and PAX 1 and 2 off. Lots of traffic there on the navigation display. The most thrilling part of any flight, I think, for a passenger is just
Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray, wind
sat
variable
waiting
4
to
knots,
go.
runway 18, cleared for takeoff.
Clear takeoff runway 18, Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray.
I have one
And
question.
let's go.
Are you the EasyJet pilot?
Fader Jet 76, say again.
Yes, I was
Stable.
asking the guy taking off if he's the EasyJet pilot.
And Manflex
Lufthansa
SRS.
1556 behind the departing A321, line up runway 18 behind.
Landing
Ultra
up
Blue.
runway 18, Lufthansa 1556.
Lufthansa 432, expect 1 minute for departure.
100 knots.
1 minute 432.
Lufthansa 454, contact apron 121.855, goodbye.
121.855, bye-bye.
Cargo on November 4 Echo X-ray, holding short of Romeo.
V1.
November 604 Echo
Rotate.
X-ray, Frankfurt Tower, hello. Taxi via Romeo, Sierra 25 and Sierra to holding point 18.
Beautiful.
Romeo, Sierra 25, Sierra, holding point 18 for Echo X-ray.
That is gorgeous. Positive climb, gear up. Nav.
Frankfurt Tower, Leipzig Air 470, ILS approach 25 right.
Lufthansa 1556 and variable 4 knots, runway 18, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Lufthansa 1556.
Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray identified.
First
Contact
climb.
departure 124.730.
12473, Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray. Bye-bye.
Lufthansa
What about
432
one
and variable
engaged?
4 knots,
Flaps
runway
1.
25 center, cleared for takeoff.
25 center, clear for takeoff, Lufthansa 432.
Pax back on.
Leipzig Air 470 Frankfurt Tower, hello, number 2.
Frankfurt departure, Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray, passing 2,300 for 4,000, Sobo 2 uniform.
Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray, long radar, hello, identified. Climb to flight level 130.
Climb flight level 130, Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray.
Connor 7 Echo Papa, proceed direct Bitbu.
Direct Bitbu, Connor
Flap 0,
7 Echo Papa,
spoilers
danke.
disarmed, and open climb.
Thomas Cook 15 Tango Lima, climb to flight level
130 blue,
300.
standard pressure.
Aggression, climb to level 220.
Frankfurt level 220, Thomas Cook performance 5, second level.
Okay, all looking good. So, cabin crew released.
Speedbird 918 Sierra, proceed direct Ubeno.
Simbit World, welcome to the first officer club, my friend. Thank you for that.
Speedbird 918 Sierra.
Missed that notification, but great to have you as a member. Also, new members coming in today on our first return flight back, which is awesome. Thank you, guys. With the kids back at school, more streams and videos should be incoming now.
Lufthansa 1556, lange radar, good identity 5.
Flaps, gear. We got the lights off as well. Don't think we're going to get any shortcuts today because of how busy it is.
Langradar, einen wunderschönen guten Tag. Lufthansa 432, Flight 3000 feet.
Lufthansa 432, Langradar, hello, identified, climb via sit to flight level 200.
Fire set, flight level 200, Lufthansa 432.
Blanket radar, Speedbird 610 Heavy, flight level 340.
Speedbird 610, lang radar, good day, identified, proceed direct DNAT.
So welcome to everyone who's just joining us in the chat. Apologies, I've not monitored that too much whilst we're on the ground. It's been quite busy. Oh, this is the way to spend the working day, isn't it? Anyone who's working from home, I hope you're enjoying this view.
Langham Radar, good afternoon. This is
Ethan,
flight level 340.
full details about my specs are on the About page. I actually can't remember them. I've got a 3060. I know we've got 3060, I think 32 gig of RAM.
KLM 82 Bravo.
Oh, Simbit World, gifting 5 EasyJet Sim Pilot channel membership. That is amazing. Thank you so much. Climb flight level confirmed 230, Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray.
Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray, negative, flight level 220.
Flight level 220, Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray.
Lufthansa 1556, further climb Unicom 122 dismay, bye-bye.
122.8.
And 220 blue.
So, Shenex...
yes, well, mate, thank you so much for your kind support there. Channel member yourself and then gifting more to the community. What a great return stream we've got today. Checking out Frankfurt, seeing all you guys again. Missed you all while we've been away.
Speedbird 918 Sierra, proceed direct Karlsruhe, Kilo Romeo Hotel.
Okay, so it's Kilo Romeo, Mike confirmed with the 918.
I do like this view. That's kind of the view you see from
negative, Kilo Romeo
the Just Plain videos and other video channels on YouTube. From sort of like a GoPro camera image, isn't it?
Speedbird 918 descent to flight level 210.
Sounds like we'll see when there's
looks lovely. And the weather's great for us today as well. Would have been awful if the weather had been rubbish. Thankfully, not the case today. So remember this is a pre-release stream of Frankfurt. It's meant to be released on the 5th, I believe. If you haven't done so already, please hit that like button for me on stream. Does make a big difference. And remember as well, when purchasing stuff from the Contrail store, use that discount code down below, save yourself a ton of money. Well, save yourself some money.
Shamrock 46 November, fully established ILS 255.
And there's also links to our other channel partner, Inabuilds, as well.
Contact tower 118.780. Tower 118.780, Shamrock 46 November, by me.
15 X, may we have free speed?
Right, seatbelt signs, they can come off.
November 604 Echo X-ray, free high speed approved.
High speed approved, danke.
Loving this. Really do like the contrails from SimFX. That's from Parallel 42. Much more realistic.
Last station unreadable, static noise only.
Yeah, that's right, Organ. One-time use only per account. I suppose you could set up multiple accounts, but might be a bit of a pain.
Unicom, Gunnar, Echo Papa, danke, ciao.
London radar, speed bird 1277, passing flight level 310.
The contrails as well. All varying in length, width, breadth.
Arrival, flight level 250, speed 127.
It's beautiful. I am looking forward to landing in Brussels. I love Brussels Airport. I think that is the best one.
Bird 72 Bravo, Unicom 122 dismay. Bye bye.
That and
Unicom
Oslo.
122 decimal 8, Speedbird 72 Bravo, thank you.
David says about Beyond ATC and the traffic injection. Well, thankfully, we have a very good relationship with Beyond ATC, so when that is ready to preview live, of course, I have no doubt you will see that here first. Something more to look forward to here on the channel, so make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber.
Happy landing in Stuttgart, bye-bye.
Unicom 122, that's my thank you very much. Speedbird 918, bye.
Sean says use the discount code to get Edinburgh version 2. Yeah, that was very much worth it. Edinburgh looks stunning, doesn't it? From Pyrigi. So obviously past 10,000 feet, not too much to do, to be honest, given the shortness of the flight. We'll leave the cost index as 12. I don't think Lufthansa change it, so that's fine. Set the box up ready for landing very soon. Copy the active there, so that's done. We've already done quite a bit of stuff in terms of our prep and brief for the arrival, because it is a short flight. We're going to be there in about half an hour. That's the plan. Quick turnaround. And back to Frankfurt. All hopefully before my shopping arrives. I've really messed up with the time on this.
Lufthansa 432, climb to solid 24, started Frankfurt Hahn.
So yeah, I've got the shopping man delivering the shop ring anytime between 1400 1500 Zulu time.
Tweetchat 57, long radar identified, climb to flight level 110. Climbing flight level 110, Tweetchat 57.
So we're about to reach our top of cruise.
Unicom 122 dismay, bye-bye.
122, that's all right, thanks very much.
Matthew says happy to be able to watch and fly along on a live for a change. Oh, awesome. Yeah, we don't normally do daytime streams, do we? Speed alt style. But the NDA lifted about an hour and a half ago, so we thought, why not? Right, once we're at top of climb, we'll do our checks, we'll get set up for the arrival, and then we'll land. I do like short flights, they're very busy. It does mean though I don't always get to see everything in the chat though, I do miss it, so apologies for that. Ben says Frankfurt will be too big, will not buy it. Okay, each to their own. I know a lot of people have been looking forward to Frankfurt though. Right, that is Alt Cruise.
With 63 kilo X-ray long radar, good there, and T5, climb to flight level 37, sir.
370 will be there, 62 X-ray.
Speedbird 1277, descend via star to flight level 1.
Through the SD pages, make sure nothing's missing or looking strange.
Langen radar, hello, Lufthansa 6 Juliet November departing runway 18.
Lufthansa 6 Juliet November, long radar, good there, and T5, climb to flight level 20.
Overhead's good now, the facts are behaving.
220, Lufthansa 6 Juliet November.
Lang radar, Tungutar Condor 6 Lima Kilo, passing flight level 283, climbing flight level 300.
Right.
Condor 60 kilo,
let's have a quick look at this arrival. We've already briefed what we're doing. Top of descent down to 70 if we're not under ATC.
Cleared clearance 5 Alpha, arrival Condor 60 kilo.
Tweetchat 57, proceed direct Gepta and report requested level.
3,000 feet is platform altitude. Flow.
David, get there, and report level is...
And the minimum is 350, they're already in the box. Alright, let's set the box up for the arrival then, so...
Climbing flight level 230, twitch at fast.
That's all done.
Bye-bye.
Get Brussels in there.
Was that for KLM 82 Bravo?
Awesome.
Unicom, KLM 82 Bravo, thank you very much, good day.
We're on 25 left.
Departure City 125, 4,000 feet.
Get now mile radius fix in there.
Climb to flight level 130.
Climbing to flight level 130, City Air 125.
So 121 miles to go. Just check the weather.
High speed.
Hasn't changed.
City Air 1255, high speed is approved.
High speed approved, thank you, City Air 125.
So 220 at 6.
Lufthansa 3 Charlie Tango descends to flight level 320.
Temperature's 22, QNH still 105. We've also got light rain now apparently in Brussels.
To flight level 250.
That's fine.
250, Condor 60 kilo.
Speedbird 610, Unicom 122.8, bye-bye.
Config 3 landing, I think. Which we're fine for. So I'm not bothered with the landing calculation because it's fine. I mean, we can have a quick look. So what we're going to be landing with, what's our weight's going to be.
City Air 125, danke.
68, call it 69.3 tons.
Lufthansa 6 Juliet November, proceed direct through dot. Lufthansa 6 Juliet November, proceed direct through dot.
Flap 3, that's fine. Also checking because it is raining, we'll do a medium pour check.
For Romeo X-ray, Unicom 122.8, bye-bye.
Over to Unicom for Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray. Thanks for the service, goodbye. Just change that.
Speedbird 1277, proceed direct.
Yeah, where were we? So, yeah, just because it's raining, we'll do a medium pour check. If the landing distance required is less than that available, we can use max reverse thrust. Don't need that. No, we're going to be fine. Actual conditions there, so we'll use idle reverse when we land, and then let's have a look at what we're doing when we've landed, as well as the go around as well. Let's just check that out first actually. So the missed approach is climb on track 700 feet, max speed 185, it's a left hand turn 105, then climbing 4,000 feet. So our missed approach altitude is 4,000 feet. That's straight, and we'll do that at we're going to be flaps 3, aren't we, when we land? So we can do flaps 2, and we can do that turn. We can do that turn flaps 2. That's fine. Just remember the speed max is 185. And then once we have landed, where are we parking? Well, the real flight parks just here at the south pier. So 1 south. So that'll be our plan. Will be to vacate. Probably Charlie 4, maybe Charlie 5, and yeah, vacate, taxi on the outer, and then a left turn into the south stand. And then the turnaround will be departing here, too far right. So hopefully all that is clear.
Friese 815 November, Passwärts allgemein Luftfahrt, Flugplatz Trier führen, VfR,
what is this? I've not seen this before.
Romeo, eine Person an Bord, Rolle,
25 left.
Richtung Westen, Rollhaltpiste 22.
I've not seen this before. When does this come in? This is a bit like the UK, isn't it? Assigned gate is 150. Oh, okay. So we can't. Well, we could park where we wanted, but 150. Let me have a quick look where that is then.
Verkehr Friese 123, eine Freifahrtstür auf O4 VSR.
Oh, actually, I think that might even be in the right place. 150. 150. Oh, that's interesting. Where's stand 150? I've got 151, 149, 155. Oh, 150 is there. Okay. Oh, that's a slightly longer taxa. That's a ball ache. Alright. But nice to get that message. I didn't know that this was a thing in Belgium. Fear out of italics to Bellux. Squat mode Charlie until part. Fine. Well, I'm happy with that. I wish more VATSIM uncontrolled airspaces did this. So that is beautiful. Branchley says Brussels had this for a while. Pretty nice. It's too bad their HC staff is rather small. Great airport. It is. It's probably one of the best in the sim. But I like that. So where we're parking stand 150. Lovely. Close that message then. Right, we're going to do a little direct then to save a bit of time and fuel. Direct to LNO. That's really nice that they're doing that. Mads, did I remember to wish Dan a happy birthday? I didn't. I saw it a bit later because obviously I was away on holiday, so I saw it after the event. I would have bought him a voucher for Microsoft Flight Simulator, knowing that he uses X-Plane. Maybe we can convince him to get Microsoft Flight Simulator 24 when it comes out. Hi, Christoph says good afternoon from Belgium. Hello, Christoph. Are you in Brussels? Those clouds look good. It all looks good. I'm getting more and more hyped for 24 now. What do you guys think? Are you looking forward to it? Still a few months to wait yet though, but the hype for that is going to be huge. I don't think it's going to be huge just within the Flight Simulator community. I think it is going to do almost what Flight Sim 2020 did for the world of gaming. And I know that's a taboo word here on the channel, isn't it? It's not a game, it's a simulator. But I think they're trying to make it more appealing to the mass markets. And when you consider how many people and users of Microsoft Flight Simulator there have been since it was launched, it must have made them an absolute fortune. And the thing with it, of course, is, with it, for the first time, because they've never had it in any other versions of their flight simulators, the marketplace. The marketplace, such things didn't exist when FSX was around. It couldn't exist. Internet wasn't good enough. They now have the marketplace, so they're making not just on the sales of the products, but they're making millions on downloadable content. Ethan says he's just joined. Presumed there was a show off at the airport earlier. There was, but don't worry, Ethan, we're going to fly back to it pretty soon, so stay with us and you won't miss it. Right, top of descent is coming up, and we, as briefed, are going to get down to flight level 70. So, descent 70 blue, and I just want to double check the transition altitude here for Brussels. It is 4,500 feet. J-Hog, are we expecting too much for 24? Don't say that. I am. Do you know what? I'm trying to be cautious in what I am expecting, just because. Oh, those contrails! Just because I don't see how the graphics could get any better. I hope I'm proved wrong, but if the graphics still look like this, I'm not going to be disappointed. maybe the saturation levels can be toned down, but if the overall optimization is better, that is going to be huge. If little annoying things are better, then that's going to be huge as well. So I'm going to take all of those, and I'm going to take graphic improvements with a pinch of salt. Mike Allen, those contrails are from SimFX. And yeah, they look good. Look at that little twisty one. And they're not just random contrails either, they're from VATSIM pilots, so they were real aircraft some time ago. But yeah, they're all around. And you only get these contrails shown if conditions are right. There are days that are no contrail days, as my lad calls them. Right, so on the approach down to Brussels now. We'll be there soon. We'll turn around as fast as we can, and then we'll get back to Frankfurt. That's our live streaming for the day done. So I've just come back from France, very close to La Rochelle. We're going to get a live stream to La Rochelle in soon. Would love to visit that place virtually. See what it looks like compared to the experience I had in La Rochelle a few days ago. So that's going to be good. Mike, do AI aircraft create them as well? Yes, they do. Yes. Sean, I agree with that. So Sean there is talking about how some of the graphics and things have to be dumbed down in Microsoft Flight Simulator so it will work with other platforms like Xbox, for example. Yes, very true. We all remember Sim Update 5. That is when the Xbox community joined us. And I think the graphics suffered since then. Oh, Jayhawk, we had some awesome thunderstorms in France. So we weren't far off the Atlantic coast, as La Rochelle is. The water just got whipped up into the air with the hot weathers. Then each evening you just got you got the thunderstorms, but some of the storms were that wild and that far out that you never heard the thunder. You just saw the lightning in the distance, and it was massive. Okay, so we are now at Olono, or whatever you want to call it. We're now here. And flight level 70 at flow, and then straight in as briefed, self-directed into the ILS. Just check that temperature. Yeah, go on, then we'll pop this on. David, La Rochelle was on the coast, but we were actually stopping about an hour's drive away from La Rochelle, but we did venture into there. And I did see, as well, whilst we were actually on the coast, we went for a drive, and straight over the top of us, I mean literally over the top of us, an EasyJet Europe from Switzerland, Geneva I think, flew straight over the top of us, very low. I'm not quite sure why it was that low, to be honest, because it was still miles out, and then swung round to fly in La Rochelle. We got a great, perfect, clear day view of him flying out into the ocean, spinning back round and coming in. It was like a fighter jet. Maybe not quite as exciting as a fighter jet, but it looked great. There must have been a reason that he was down that low so soon, though. Like 3,000 feet, and he's still like 30 miles to do. Okay, seatbelt signs on. This is the other thing as well that we get from SimFX with the immersion pack. So when we go through the clouds now, it actually looks like your aircraft is interacting with the cloud. You're not just passing through it. So if conditions are right, you'll see it buffeting the aircraft. Yeah, there you go. Two Hats says ex-Ryanair pilot. Ex-Ryanair? Have you had promotion then? I'm sure you've adjusted some spines in your time. Only messing. So my lad who's 9, he's got it into his head that Ryanair landing. He wants to fly on Ryanair just to experience one of their landings. And I do have to stick up for them and say, do you know, there is no... There's no statistical evidence that I'm aware of that Ryanair pilots land any worse than anyone else. It just appears most of them are captured on film and put onto YouTube, which is a bit unfair. Saytoga, any procedures for cold and icing when you're cruising? Only the same as always, which is basically if the TAT is below +10 and the SAT is above -40, then, and your invisible moisture, then put it on. But which it isn't now, so we can turn that off. It's 10,000 feet. Let's get our landing lights on. Okay, we will pull speed there, set 260, activate our approach phase, so that's done. We won't pull 260, we're at 10,000 feet, try again, 250, and with that then we're going to descend to 3,000 feet. We want local pressure, QNH now 1015, 3,000 blue, down we go. Thrust idle open descent. Come on, speed. What are you doing? Bit of speed brakes for you. Here's a bit of useless trivia. So, the speed brakes on the 319 and the 321 will deploy fully when the autopilot's on. However, the A320 you'll only get half deployment. I'm sure there's an engineer in the chat that'll tell us why, but it's just weird, that, isn't it? Richard says the Ryanair pilots are great. It's just Ryanair, as the airline, doesn't. They remove the shock absorbers, save a bit of money. I could believe that. Good old Mr. O'Leary saving any penny he can. Fruit bat, I'd just go the cheapest. They're both going to get you there safely.
Traffic, so let's click contact Tango Lima, 10 miles right over runway 25 left.
Okay, VS now 120. Speed brakes away, so they're fine. Right, let's manage the speed. I'll thrust idle, over descent, a little bit of rain. That's bright, isn't it, now that it's dark? I wonder how cloudy it's going to be in Brussels. Approach checklist, so bar of QNH 1015, seatbelt signs are on, minimums are 350. We use ultra brake low, don't actually need it on this runway, and EFB is stowed. Flaps 1, speed's checked. Actually, I might just be able to delay flaps 1 for a while. The danger with the 321 is sometimes you need the spoilers to get the speed low enough to get you under VFE so that you can actually start extending the flaps. We're okay today though, so that's alright. Not much to see out the window, but this is what the SimFX from Power 42 does. It actually gives you a sense that you are actually flying and hitting that cloud. And here comes the glide slope as well, so yeah, let's go. Flaps 1, speed's checked. Flaps 1. We are under the glide, so I'm now just going to pull the VS and set, I'll go VS 600. It should be fine. Lufthansa established, alt glide slope blue, cat 3 water pilot 1 and 2. Brussels traffic, Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray, established ILS 25 left 13 miles, and speed is 193.
Brussels traffic, Tomcat 15 Tango Lima 3 mile final, runway 25 left.
So we're going to pull speed 180 and go flaps 2. Speed's checked. Flaps 2. It's going to be a fun landing, isn't it? Glide slope captured. Missed approach altitude is 4,000 feet. Set. Reminder, the go around is 700 feet left turn, max speed 185. 9 mile final. Does SimFX work on the PNG 737? Not at the moment, no. There's only an Airbus pack out at the moment. Passengers are going to get wet. Considering after flaps 1 we should first decrease speed and then flaps, or flaps first and then reduce speed. As long as you're under characteristic speed, mate, you're absolutely fine. Oh, that is a nice view. That. Look at that. Just the way the cloud sits over the airport. That is stunning. That really is a gorgeous view. I like that. Right, gear down, spoilers, manage the speed, and flaps 3, speed's checked. All our lights on.
Brussels traffic, Thomas Cook 15 Tango Lima vacated 25 left.
Lufthansa 4 Romeo X-ray, 4 mile final, runway 25 left. So just a reminder, the go around is pretty straightforward. in case we need it.
1,000
feet. Right, my aeroplane. Slight wind from the left. Only very slight. Stable. Love this airport. This was the first airport in the sim that made me think, wow.
100 above. Minimum.
4 whites. That's not good. Continue. I want to do the return.
100.
Continue.
50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 10, 5.
And we're down. Alright, so spoilers, reverse, screen, decel. Manual brakes. Very good argument for going around there with the 4 whites. But by that point, I was fairly confident we weren't going to have a long landing, so I was happy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls, or internet access may now be used. Please make sure you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat, and in the overhead lockers. Do take care opening the overhead lockers as items may have moved during
Okay, so TCAS off.
not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area.
APU on.
The captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your journey.
Stand 150. Get the weather radars off as well. And we're looking for where are we? Oh, we could have taken that route there actually. We'll turn left here. And then we're going down there for stand 150. So the frame rates here are much better than Frankfurt, even though this is a mega airport and more detailed, but there's a lot less traffic. Adam Quinn says, happy to say I got accepted into British Airways Speedboat Academy starting September next year. Mate, that is awesome, Adam. Lots to look forward to there then, isn't there? But yeah, this airport is just stunning. I think it is gorgeous. Cactus, this airport is also smaller than Frankfurt. Very true. Very true. And remember what we saw Frankfurt earlier? That has not yet been fully optimized. It was a pre-release. It is not yet fully optimized. So we want gate 150. Down here somewhere. So stick with us. We have got the turnaround coming up. We're going to fly back to Frankfurt. Looking forward to that. Might not be as busy when we get there. See what it's like landing. The last thing you want is a slideshow coming in there, doesn't it? Was this airport the first customs procedure for Flight Sim 2020? No! No, this one came out probably a year or two after Flight Sim had been out. But this showed you just what you could expect. Because it is stunning. I mean, you'll see it when we turn onto the apron in a minute. It's just another level of realism. I mean, look at that. That could be a photo or a video. It is amazing. And the vehicles all driving around, which is yet to be added to Frankfurt. All the staff waiting there for you. Not sure if I've got a GSX profile actually installed for this, which is probably why my video docking guidance system isn't working properly. But how good does that look? There we go. Right, parking brake on, APU's running, that's fine. So, oops, turn those off. Click spot's not quite right there. Yeah, APU's up and running, get a bit of APU bleed on, and it's been more than 3 minutes. Yeah, fine. Shut down our engines. Shut engine 1, engine 2. Seatbelt signs off. And commence deboarding. Wait till this drops. And now we can get the beacon light off. And GSX can do its thing. Awesome, right, we'll let everyone sort themselves out in the back. Say beacon lights are off, all that's done, APU is running, packs can come off. Let's get the external power on. With that sorted out, we can now shut down the APU. They don't like noise at the airport, they certainly don't like the fumes, so that's all gone, and we're back where we were in our turnaround state. Let's get the fuel pumps off as well. Also squawking 2000 standby, and set that to standby. There we are. Lovely. Right, I just now need to sort out the turnaround, so bear with me one moment while we do that. Hope to be away from here in about 20 minutes or so. Just pre-file this on the VATSIM network as well. New flight plans should be available. We are now Lufthansa 5 Whiskey. I'll change the overhead as well in a moment. pop our flight plan into the chat if anyone wants to download it or check it out. So that is there for you. I'm assuming our passenger doors are all open and GSX has sorted that. Oh yeah, look. I do like that, seeing the passengers actually walking. I think it's I think that's really cool. Especially when they actually walk down the jet bridge and not through mid-air, because it's all sorted off. Set toggle for the turnaround on the engine off, seatbelts off, beacon light off, APU off, fuel pumps off. Mind you, not all airlines do that, so not necessarily fuel pumps off as well. Right, I'm going to import our next flight. Meant to push back in about 23 minutes. Let's have a look at our operational flight plan for that one. Here we are, so a little bit heavier on the way back, about 22 tons. Landing weight is, oh, we can't throw any extra fuel on for this. Oh, that's going to be interesting at a very busy airport. Let's hope we don't have to hold. Right, so we'll take plug fuel. Cost index 49. 04717. You can see there we're underloaded by only 500. Oh, we're nice and full for this flight, which is awesome. CNR's 3.8, plug fuel 6.7. Weather is still looking fine for the return. Just checking what's happening in Frankfurt at the moment. Wind still variable, that's fine. Tempo, thunderstorms and rain. Now this is where things in real life will become very interesting, because if I've got thunderstorms and rain shown there, I want extra fuel. I cannot take extra fuel, because if I do take extra fuel, I am going to struggle to land. So yeah, our takeoff weight is 775, our landing weight is 75, and our max landing weight is 755. So I might be able to squeeze 7 tons on. Just. So I think we'll just go with plug fuel. That will make sense. So let's go to our. In fact, in order to speed this up, I'm just going to reset GSX because they take forever to deboard. So just reset that position. Give that a second, and then we'll sort it all out. Let's get the what was that? Brakes are hot. Are they? They are hot. Parking brake, preferred chocks, brake fan on, delay takeoff for cooling. Right. Well, let's play the game here. They are below 300, which is fine. They're below 300. I could put the brake fans on. This is an awkward decision. So they need to be below 150 if you don't use brake fans. If you use brake fans, they need to be below 300. They are below 300. So I could use brake fans already, actually, couldn't I? That would help cool them down. Well, let's just do as it's asked. Let's go to our ground service page. Let's remove the parking brake and put chocks and cones on instead. So chocks and cones, they're already on. We'll remove the parking brake and oops, not that. I'll get the brake fans on. Are they burning? Oh, I was hoping I might see some steam. I'm not seeing steam. The SimFX does add steam, but they're not that hot. They're not that hot. Right, let's start boarding then. Load the aircraft. GSX. Is GSX going to work? Unload our aircraft. Catering, service requested, fuel trucks on its way. Yes, it is. Perfect. Lovely. So, init request for our next flight, and then we will check out the flight plan information. There we are, flight number, so we are DLH 5 Whiskey, cost index of 49, grab the winds. John, you wish my landing, your landings were stutter free, as a lot of it is with the level of detail that you've got set. Turn that down and you'll probably find it'll be a bit better. Troppo was close, so happy to leave that. Cruising back at flight level 290, that's quite high for the short flight. Temperature is -35. So we're off 25 right, SP3 Golf. And then the arrival is 25 right again. Oh, which 25 right is it? Let me double check. Just one moment whilst I unload this flight plan and get the next one in. Love Args, good afternoon. So landing on 25 right, departing on 25 right. Rasville 1 Alpha arrival. So do we need the Zulu or do we need the Yankee? That's the Zulu, which looks good. Are we coming off Miftu? Or I think we are on the Yankee approach actually. Nothing really there to confirm which we need, to be honest. Both of those are exactly the same. I think it's the go around that's different. That's fine. Oh well, we'll use the Yankee, unless ATIS gives us anything else. So that's fine. We'll go ILS 25 right Yankee. We're on the Rasville 1 Alpha arrival. And the VIA will be 426, I think. No, it isn't. It's that Mifto arrival. How many miles is that? The operational flight plan has got 271 miles in it, and we've got 276. Okay, let's just check what that looks like up here. That looks alright. Oh, actually, no, it doesn't. No, that looks like a mess. So, instead, let's just go back to our flight plan. Novia. That, I'm hoping, now looks better. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Alright, nice. Radnav page, that's all filled out and that's fine. Okay, let's have a look at our load sheet then. So we have a zero fuel of 71.1. Definitely a lot higher than our first flight. And the C of G is 26.4. Fuel for our alternate is 2.4 tons. And we are taking 6.7 tons of fuel. It wants 5.7. That's okay, actually. Giving us a takeoff weight of 77.6. And our CFGs are 26.4 and 25.9. Right, let's do the takeoff performance calculations. So it is not dry. It is wet. It's just recently been raining. Flaps 2. Notice force tug, anti-aft packs, all that will be off. Takeoff is 776. CFG for takeoff is 25.9. Sync live weather. And we'll have a look at Bravo 1 for our departure, which gives us 42.58.58. Passengers about to start coming in now. Transition altitude is 4,500, flaps 2, and our flex, according to the calculations, is 54. Nice. Alright, let's have a quick look at the Brussels information. Echo Bravo Romeo, off 25 right. Passengers coming on. Okay, so thrust reduction acceleration is noise abatement 1 here, 1600 to 3100, and acceleration out is 1-1. And the engine out procedure, standard right turn to the Bun VOR. If we need to hold at Bun, the inbound course is 115, and it is right turns. Pop Brussels back in as the new destination if we need to return here, and that is the ILS, I think with the Zulu, doesn't really matter actually, but as long as we get 25 right in. Yeah, no veer. And no start. There we go. Fine. Right, brake fans off. Let's just keep an eye on those brake temperatures, shall we? Right, so I need to show that these are both below 150 if the brake fans have been on. That one's 160. So can you see now how I've turned the brake fans off? They're starting to heat back up again. That's just because if you put your hand by a fan, obviously you'll fit it, the air is cooling it down. It's cooling it down all the time. So if you took the temperature of your hand, then the skin temperature would obviously feel quite cool because you've got the cold air blowing on it. The moment you remove that cool air away, it would go back to being the actual temperature that it is. So you kind of get a bit of a false reading, which is why if you're using brake fans, they have to be below 150. So I'll just put that back on for a little bit, but we can't take off until all of these, the brake fans is off. Don't take off with the brake fans on, and it has to be below 150. So that's the reason for that. Just final checks, we've got no air traffic control here in Brussels. No, we don't, so that is fine. Okay, box is set up. I just removed the fixes that we had in there. And let's brief our departure. That's already been done. Okay, so the taxi out. It's a nice short taxi. We're north 1, stand 150, and we'll taxi then on the inner, depart Bravo 3. Departure then is going to be straight out, and then we've got a right turn. No, we haven't. We've got a left turn at 1,700 feet, and then our initial climb, MSA is 22. Initial climb is where is it? Any initial climb given to us? Initial climb flight level 70. Sorry, 60. 70 when QNH is low. It is not. So flight level 60 is our initial climb. Let's just make sure that that is set. Just set that now. So that's fine. Any speed restrictions? Doesn't look like it. So don't need to pre-select anything. That's all good. Yeah, so that's straightforward. Threats with our departure then, not too many. There's no real terrain around. It's a little bit wet, so bear in mind when taxiing we might get a bit of a rain cloud making the things a little bit slippier. It's not contaminated though or anything like that, so we're good for a flex departure. Yeah, other than that, the fact there's no air traffic control, that's the only other thing. That is pretty much a nice straightforward departure. Anti-ice on after we've climbed, and it's noise abatement 1. I say the anti-ice just because we're going to get into that cloud base pretty soon, I think. But other than that, I think all is good. And transition altitude, 4,500. Lovely. Alright, let's get the APU up and running. Fueling as completed, 6760 kilograms, that's in. So, fuel pumps can come back on. Seatbelt signs are now on. That's all fine. Just need to wait for the APU to be running, and then we can disconnect the ground power and return to Frankfurt. Here comes the rain. This is why we did a wet performance takeoff. Okay, guys, I'm just going to wait for them to arrive, to get on board. APU's just starting. I'm going to use the facilities before our return flight, and yeah, I'll leave you out here on the wet apron in an airport that looks just probably, I think, the best one in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'll let you tell me whether you agree with me on that or not. Okay, guys, back in a minute. Wow, look at that rain. That's increased in the last minute or two, hasn't it? Let me just update the overhead, so that's correct. We're now Lufthansa 5 Whiskey. Sean says that thinks this airport is definitely up there, although East Midlands has also taken a bit of limelight, but he doesn't own either. East Midlands is awesome. I will agree with you on that. East Midlands is absolutely fantastic. Another airport that EasyJet no longer fly to. A lot of passengers boarding on this aircraft, but I think that looks gorgeous. This is the view from the tug driver, clearly. David says, Perugia's Edinburgh version 2 looks great. It does. There's so many airports. Like, if you could actually, if I said to you, right, name your top 3 airports in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I think everyone would have a real hard time trying to do that. David, having a good Birmingham is a bit exciting. Yeah, is it Perugia that have announced that they're doing that next? That is indeed very exciting. Organ, speak to you soon. How about Dubai Airport? It's good, don't get me wrong. I don't think there's a version that is close to this here in Brussels or Oslo or East Midlands. David, you want Perugia to do Manchester afterwards? Micro Simulations are doing Manchester version 2, and I have seen a couple of screenshots for it. It does look good. Oh, these passengers are taking forever to get on. How many are we taking? We're fully loaded nearly, aren't we, though? So that's why. And GSX actually does load the correct amount of passengers on. It is nice to see. Alright, I'm going back in the aircraft. I'm getting wet. I do love the rain. In the sim, that is, not in real life. Hopefully the rain will help with the wheels. Right, let's turn that off now. Keep an eye on these. So external power can be disconnected now. Let's get rid of that. Seatbelt signs are on already. Turn that up a bit while it's so rubbish. Hope the weather's better in Frankfurt. Let's do the cockpit preparation checklist then whilst we're waiting. So aircraft acceptance has been completed. The fuel quantity is 6740 kilograms, and yeah, we've got that balance. Seatbelt signs are on. It is 3.5 greens, and the bar of QNH is 1015, 120 feet. I think we've just finished boarding. There we go. So, one thing we are just going to quickly do is I am just going to grab the weather for Frankfurt. We've got information. Foxtrot is current. Parallel ILS Yankee approaches for runways 25 left, 25 right. That's fine. Radar vectoring. Do not mistake taxiway Mike for 25 Charlie when performing visual approach. It's Cav Okay, QNH is currently 1014. Right, I'll get the latest details on that in a little while. And get the minimums in. Just so I can hear them screaming minimums at me over and over again. The minimums for our approach today is going to be 551.
Above. Minimum.
Be quiet.
Brussels traffic, Thomas Cook, 15 Tango Lima, taxiing to holding point for runway 257 via Tango, and then at Bravo.
Do you know what? This is very wet. No single engine taxi. Oh, do you know what? Screw it. I am going to toga take off. Which means, just to revise some figures, force toga, yes. Bravo 3, toga 31:48:49. Because of how wet it's just got. David, no, this isn't Rex Weather Force, this is just default. Brussels traffic, Lufthansa 5 Whiskey, stand 150, pushing back, facing east on the inner. Our beacon light is on. Transponder is on. Acupressure's in the green. Wheel temperatures are okay now. Before start checklist, parking brake is on, takeoff data is confirmed, windows are closed, EFB is on flight mode, doors are closed, not yet armed, beacon light is on. Ah, they're still above 150, aren't they? I have to keep those on for a bit longer. What are the ground crew doing? Are they waiting for me? Oh, it's because I had the chocks and cones on, isn't it? Yeah, that's why. I've completely confused it. Yeah, I confused GSX because I hadn't got the parking brake on because of the brake temperatures. It didn't like that. Doing the dark system specs, I think they are current on the system. Yeah. Okay, so engine mode selector to ignition, starting engine 1.
Brussels traffic, Thomas Cook, 15 Tango Lima, line up, runway 25 right.
I love this airport.
Ladies and gentlemen, please observe the cabin crew member closest to you.
Absolutely amazing.
Demonstrate the safety features aboard our Airbus A321. Thank you.
It looks like a photo, it really does. Parking brake set.
Welcome aboard Airbus A321. Please pay attention to illuminated signs and crew instructions, including the following safety procedures. The safety card found in your seat pocket contains important information about exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets, and the brace position, which you must adopt if you hear brace. There are 8 emergency exits on this aircraft. The cabin crew are now pointing out the exits nearest to you. Please.
Engine 1 available, starting engine 2.
MB 74 Charlie, good day. We are 5 miles ago. Runway 25 left for landing. We are established ILS. Runway 25 left.
Brussels traffic B-line 2, Echo, Romeo Star 77, Airbus A319, QNH1015, pushing back to face east, taxi to runway 25, right, Brussels.
Put the mask over your nose and mouth and breathe normally. Hold the mask in
Waiting for number 2 to complete its start cycle. She's there and out of the way. Tug driver's out of the way.
take a life jacket from under your seat. Move from the pouch and put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist and click together.
Lorenzo says it's flying with EasyJet on A320 on Saturday, first flight with the airline. Oh, make sure you go and speak to the pilots and go into the flight deck. All EasyJet pilots are nice. And that's available. Lovely. So, don't need that. Don't need that.
Cabin crew can assist you with life jackets for children. Your tray table.
MB 74 Charlie,
2.
short final runway 25 left. Less than 3 nautics.
Just double checking. Takeoff weight is fine and our CFG values are fine. Perfect. 25.9. And that's it. Brussels traffic, Lufthansa 5 Whiskey, taxiing a beam stand 150 via the inner to Bravo 3, runway 25 right for departure. Oh, there's a Brussels aircraft just pushed back in front of us. I get the parking brake on, taxi lights off whilst we're waiting for the Brussels. And Lufthansa 5 Whiskey, holding position on the inner for the pushing back Brussels A320. Where's the A321?
And Bruxelles 74 Charlie, runway 19 is crossed by Echo and after Echo outer for gate 160.
Mike, you're thinking about purchasing the Fenix A320 to have a video showing Cold and Dark Star. Oh yeah, so Mike, there's a full tutorial playlist right from Cold and Dark to flying to landing, basically a full flight. I think there's the full flight series takes you from, I want to say Gatwick to Prague maybe. So yes, basically here's the short answer. Oh come on, I need to get back to Frankfurt. My shopping will be arriving soon. I need to be there before it arrives, otherwise it's going to be very embarrassing. I have to stop and answer the door.
Brussels traffic, Lufthansa, it's a whiskey push and start from stand 149.
So we'll do a flight control check.
Expect runway 25, right
full
departure.
left.
Brussels traffic.
Full right, neutral, full up, full down.
Brussels traffic.
Rudder.
Beeline 2 Echo Romeo, taxi
right.
in as 4 and out as 2. Bravo
left.
1 for runway 25 right, Brussels.
And that's this aircraft. Brussels traffic, Lufthansa 5 weeks here now, taxiing following the Brussels 320 via the inner to holding point Bravo 3, runway 25 left. Brussels traffic. Hello.
Hi, Captain. The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
All right, lovely. Thank you all. Okay, no change to our performance engine out procedure for this flight. Is standard, straight out, then above 1700 feet. It's a right-hand turn to the bun. VOR will hold at 4000. Departure is the SP3 Golf, straight out, 1700 feet, left-hand turn. And our initial climb is flight level 60.
And 74 Charlie, taxiing via inner for gate 16 for Brussels traffic.
Taxi check this whilst we're doing a nice straight line. So flight controls have been checked. Flap setting is config 2. Just confirm that. Yeah, config 2. FMAs, we've got climbed up blue 152, 6000 blue. Radar and predictive winch are on. Eco memo, got takeoff, no blue. And the EFB is stored and disconnected. Brussels traffic, Lufthansa 5 Whiskey, returning left now onto the outer. Plenty of rain clouds around, aren't there?
Thank you, sir. For Beeline 74 Charlie, we continue inner for gate 157.
Brussels traffic, Beeline 2 Echo Romeo, Bravo 1 lining up runway 25 right, immediate departure on the Nick 3 Golf climbing flight level 60.
Honestly, does the slide stick have a little input delay? It does, but that's as per real life, because the wheel doesn't turn immediately, so there is a little delay to be expected, so that's fine. Doing my best not to use brakes. I don't want to heat up the brakes. They were warm enough.
Brussels traffic, Lufthansa 8 Whiskey, taxi holding point Alpha 1, runway 25 right.
Brussels traffic behind the departing Brussels A320 via Bravo 3, lining up runway 25 right behind Brussels traffic. Chris Hogg, hello Chris, good to see you. Right, approach path is clear.
Have a nice flight.
And just bear with me, guys. I just need to double check something outside. One second, then we'll be ready to go. And we're back. That's fine. Wife is home. She can take care of the shopping. Right. TCAS is on. Packs are off. We're good to go. Temperature check for the brakes. They're okay. So lineup checklist. Cabin is secured. Takeoff runway is via Bravo 325 right. It's confirmed. TCAS CRA Pax 1 2 off. Okay, and he's on a different departure to us, so that's fine. We're not in his way. We can get going. So take off. Start the chrono. Increase thrust to 1.05. That's okay. And because it was wet, we've got toga involved. So man toga SIS runway ultra thrust blue. Oh, don't play chicken with a 70-ton jet. Past 100 knots. V1. Rotate. Gorgeous. Positive climb. Gear up. Autopilot 1's engaged because I want to look out the window. That is beautiful. Michael, thank you for the sub. Okay, thrust climb. SRS.
And Bristol traffic, line 74 Charlie, will you frequency 1 blocks? Thank you, and have a nice time. Bye-bye.
Keep an eye on the temperature, as anti-ice is going to be needed soon. No ATC around, so let's continue our climb. We'll go flight level 120. That is a flight level, of course. So set standard pressure 120 blue. We're now in open climb. Forgot about the packs. Packs are on. I was too busy looking out the window.
Brussels traffic, Lufthansa 8 Whiskey, line up takeoff runway 25 right.
How is Flight Sim 24 going to look better than this? I mean, honestly. Wow. Although I don't want to fly through that. Oh, I hope they will give us an active working weather radar though. That is not something I want to be flying through. Flap 0 spoilers disarmed. What the hell was that? Ah, okay, so we've got spoilers, flaps, gears up. Lights off. Hey, Apple Crate, it's good to see you. No, would you ever use Flex when it's wet or just Toga? No, you can use it when it's wet. It's actually when it's contaminated. You're only going to know if it's contaminated if ATIS is giving you information on the runway conditions. So, yeah. Fake Boeing 730 speed warning. Hey, well, we were miles away from that. Let's have a look and see. Right, well, let's fly towards the blue light. These clouds look epic. Look at that. That looks awful, which is awesome. That is amazing stuff. How beautiful. These are some of the best clouds I've seen. Thankfully our flight route is literally taking us through the gaps, which is perfect for us. Might just leave those seatbelt signs on for a little longer, just in case. Air temperature's okay, so I don't need to worry about icing at the minute. How good do they look, though? This is why I like live weather. I think live weather gives you the best clouds. Okay, so 10,000 feet. The lights are already off. Get airports onto the EFIS. We're going to continue our climb now at flight level. I think our plan is 290. So 290 blue. I'm going to leave those seatbelt signs on, as I said. Yeah, 290 is fine. There's no problem with that. Secondary flight plan, copy active. And the sun is coming out. They look awful. You would not want to fly through those in real life, would you? Absolutely not. Taser says, however, in a sim, yeah, well, everything's safe in a sim. The only thing that gets hurt in a sim is your ego. Right. Back to Frankfurt. Sean, have I tried Active Sky? Yeah, so we had Active Sky when it first came out. Wasn't too bothered about the weather, but I do like the turbulence effects. I actually don't have it installed on the PC at the moment, just to save a little bit of space. I'm really struggling for space on my hard drive at the minute. Igando, was the Aerosoft heavier on frames, heavier than Orbix? I would say so, Igando, yes. However, it is not yet completely optimized. I've got a pre-release version, which isn't the final version. Seatbelt signs off. And I think we're leaving the nasty weather of Brussels behind now, aren't we? Blue skies of Germany up ahead. Go. Goodbye to the bad weather. And that's now gone. Yes or no, you only would use flex if the runway is contaminated wet. Now, I don't know, there may be scope for a video in this because it's a pretty complicated subject. What constitutes a contaminated runway? Well, there are specific things regarding that. If it's just wet, if it's a bit of light rain, no, flex all the way. If you've got really heavy rain, where you've got a few bits of standing puddles and things on the runways, which does happen, then yes, toga. But if it's a bit of light rain, then no, flex is fine. That would be one of those videos that for aviation geeks they would love. For the general players, they'd probably find it a bit boring. But I'm a geek, so I'd enjoy that. Igana says, good to know Aerosoft airports are awesome, but also not for the faint-hearted graphics cards. I mean, Brussels, where we've just been, you can't get better than that. Oslo as well is stunning. Charlie39, hello to you. Andy64, do we know price yet for the airport? Yes, €24.95. What's the most expensive airport, by the way? Does anybody know? I don't, so I'm just genuinely interested to know if anyone does know. Sean, did you update in VATSIM? Still appearing... oh! Good point. Thanks for letting me know. I forgot about that. There, I have now just updated. Hopefully that's now now all present and correct. Don't have to do things like that in real life. Best Aviation fan also says he's finally bought the Fenix A320 after all this time. Did you get the bundles? You get the 319 and the 321 as well. Gulf says AI Markturn will be the most expensive airport. Where's that? And how much is it? Or don't we know yet? I think £25 for an airport is probably the maximum, isn't it? So, top of climb here, descent there. Let's have a quick look at what we can expect when we arrive then. Short flight back, which is fine, all good fun. So, we want to be above flight level 110. We're on the Razzle 1 Alpha arrival, by the way. So, 110, so yeah, that's fine. As we're coming in, we're going to descend flight level 110 at top of descent. Sorry, top of climb. Sorry, top of descent, no, I was right the first time. And then we just get this leg and then we'll get vectored in, which is fine. Let's have a quick look at 25 right information. So, minimum is 551, I've already got that in. Anything else? Oh, it's a slightly steeper glide slope. It's 3.2. That's interesting. Okay, we're in a 321, so we're going to have to maybe just bring that flare in a little sooner. Don't want to overflare because we're steep, and then strike the tail. So yeah, that's important. Papa's on the right. Go around is a right-hand turn to about 700 feet. Up to Delta Fox 485. Max 220 knots. And missed approach is 5,000. So just briefing all this now because we don't have that much time to mess around with. And then coming in on 25 right, which is all the way over here. So we're going to get a nice tax here across the bridge at Papa 1. Probably get off at something like Papa 14, Papa 16, across the bridge at Papa 1. And then I don't know where we go actually. I have no idea. I don't know Brussels. Not Brussels, sorry. I don't know... I don't know this airport very well at all in real life, so... Maybe... Whiskey, then Lima, back to the stands. That's going to be fun. Oh, cool. At least we're going to get a nice view of all the airport. That is a long taxi in. Maybe a single engine taxi in, save a bit of fuel. That'd be neat. Oh, Gulf. Oh, sorry, you're talking about the Dubai World Airport, but that's real life. I'm talking about the most expensive add-on airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yes, £35 billion for Dubai's new airport. Yes, that probably is the most expensive in real life. However, I'm just wondering what the most expensive airport in Microsoft Flight Simulator is at the moment.
Performing visual approach. Transition level 60. Wind 170 degrees 8 knots, variable between 130 and 240 degrees. Cab OK. Temperature 31, 2.16. QNH 1014. Trend temporary moderate thunderstorm with rain. Frankfurt Information Hotel.
Lovely.
Out.
That sounds like fun.
Frankfurt Arrival Information Hotel. Met report time 1320 Zulu. Expect dependent parallel ILSY approach runway 25 right, or ILS approach runway 25 left. Runways in use 25 right and 25 left. Expect radar vectoring, GLS approach on request. Do not mistake YMIC for runway 25 center when performing visual approach. Transition level 60. Wind 170 degrees 8 knots, variable between 130 and 240 degrees. Cab OK. Temperature 31, 2.16. QNH 1014. Trend temporary moderate thunderstorm with rain. Frankfurt Information Hotel. Out.
Okay, so we're pretty much at the top of descent already. We've said we're going to fly get down to flight 110. Quick flick through here, make sure nothing's obvious. Fuel's fine. That's all okay. QNH 1014, temperature 31, winds 170 at 8. Config 3 for landing, and down flight 110. So straight up and back down. Thrust line 11% 110 blue. This, I think, is going to be a busy approach with thunderstorms, so it's going to be interesting. Captain Q, good afternoon to you. Hope you're doing Hope you're doing well. Alright, so it's very busy on the ground there. There may be some holding involved. We've got thunderstorms in the vicinity as well, so that might be a bit of an issue. It could be fun and games this. Thankfully my wife's just come home so she can sort the shopping. Looks alright from here, doesn't it? The storms must be all around there. I need a working weather radar. What's the platform altitude of this runway as well? 5,000 feet. Okay. Well. If I put a I put a 12-mile radius in. No, I won't. 15-mile radius in. For 5,000 feet. Secondary flight plan. I'm also going to just pop in the arrival for ILS 25 left Yankee approach. If I can find it. ILS 25 left. 25 center. 25 center. 25 right. Okay. Must be this one. Brasco 1 Bravo, I think, is the... sorry, 4 Bravo. That's the one we want, isn't it? No, it is 1 Bravo. That's with 1 Bravo. And... Novia. Although I'm going to double check that now. Or Mifto still. So I've just got that in the secondary flight plan in case they throw us onto 25 left, then I'm not having to muck about with it. We can just activate that and it's done. Just tuned to Frankfurt approach as well. It's very, very busy, I think, down there.
Easy A283, monitor Unicom 122.8, bye-bye.
122.8, Easy A283.
Frankfurt approach, good afternoon, Lufthansa 5 Whiskey inbound Ramob A321 with information hotel, passing flight level 165.
5 Whiskey, Langradar, hello, Squawk 1000.
Squawk 1000, Lufthansa 5 Whiskey.
Langradar, hello, Singapore 266 with you, 5,000 feet.
Singapore 266, Langradar, good day, identified, climb to flight level 100.
Climbing 100, Singapore 266.
Wonder if the thunderstorms will be prevalent in the sim.
Lemonade 909 Yankee, descent to 5,000 feet, QNH 1014.
Descent to 5,000 feet, QNH 1014, Lemonade 909 Yankee.
828 Victor, descent to flight level 070.
Setting level 70.
It's going to be very busy, let's get the seatbelts on now.
828 Victor, say again, what can you expect?
Which runway can we expect, 828 Victor?
Sorry, Lufthansa 828 Victor, expect ILS Yankee runway 25 right.
ILS Yankee 25 right, 828 Victor.
Thomas Coke 15 Tango Lima, maintain present heading.
Maintain present heading. Towards 615, take a limit.
Singapore 266, climb to flight level 130. Singapore 266, climb to flight level 130.
Climbing 130, 266.
Thomas Coke 15 Tango Lima, turn right heading 160.
Right 160, Thomas Cook 15 Tango Lima.
Thomas Coke 15 Tango Lima, speed 220 knots or greater.
Speed 220 knots or greater. Thomas Cook 15
Not too much
Tango Lima.
commentary from me as we enter this busy airspace.
08 at 3000 feet, climbing to 4000.
Tower 208, hello, identified, climb to flight level 130.
3D price will be €24.95. 2495.
Singapore 266,
Speed
contact
Alstom.
Langen radar on 123.280, bye bye.
Can you repeat frequency for 266?
Contact Langen radar 123.280, bye bye.
123.280, thank you, Singapore 266.
Lufthansa 5 Whiskey identified, direct Delta Foxtrot 411, expect ILS Yankee runway 25 right.
Direct Delta Foxtrot 411 expecting the ILS 25 right, Lufthansa 5 Whiskey.
Thomas Cook 15 Tango Lima, turn right heading 220, cleared ILS 25 right.
220
Okay, so let's pull speed.
Right. Thomas Cook 15 Tango Lima.
So 904,
slowing
you're
down.
only transmitting static.
Departure Lufthansa, guten Tag. 3 Victor Whiskey at flight level 70.
So 3 Victor Mike,
Just so we know where that is then.
climb to flight level 130.
We were at Ram Up and we've just given the direct 411, which is here.
FM 3 Victor Whiskey, climb to flight level 130.
After that we expect a right turn for base and
Flight
final.
level 130, Lufthansa 3 Victor Whiskey.
Tower 208, contact Langen radar on 123.280, bye bye. Tower 208, contact Langen radar 123.28.
Landing flight level 70 on the Maru 3 Whiskey departure.
Say again, because there was 2 stations at the same time.
First, Thomas Cook 15 Tango Lima, speed 170 knots, maintain until 6 miles final.
Internet 08, can you say again?
First, Thomas Cook 15 Tango Lima, speed 170 knots, maintain until 6 miles, correction, 6 miles final.
170 till 6, Thomas Cook 15 Tango Lima, apologies.
Lemon 899 Yankee right, 220 cleared ILS Yankee 25 right.
220 cleared ILS Yankee 25 right, Lemon 899 Yankee.
Lots of stepping on each other there, isn't there,
Heading
suddenly?
descent altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1014.
Maintaining present heading, descending 5,000 feet and QNH 1014, Lufthansa AJ sector.
Tower 208, contact Langen radar 123.280.
123.280, Internet 08.
Not sure if we'll see the airport
3
actually.
Victor Whiskey, contact Langen radar 123.280, bye bye.
Contact 123 decimal, can you say again please?
123.28.
12328, Lufthansa.
Should see it.
3 Victor.
It is just down there.
Cook 15 Tango Lima, contact Tower 118.780, bye bye.
118.780, thanks so much, bye.
Lufthansa 5 Whiskey, descend to flight level 080.
Descent flight level 080, Lufthansa 5 Whiskey.
80.
Descending flight level 80, Lufthansa 5 Whiskey. Just started descent 80 blue.
Lufthansa 904 identified, hello, turn left heading 060, expect ILS Yankee runway 25 right.
Left 060, expect Yankee 25 right, Lufthansa 904.
So 828 Victor, turn right heading 220, cleared ILS Yankee
Hey
runway
Christian,
25 right.
we're planning 25 right.
ILS Yankee runway 25
So
right,
yeah,
Lufthansa
that's
AJ
the
sector.
plan.
999 Yankee, free speed.
Free speed, Lemonade 999 Yankee.
Down here.
10-5 Bravo November, we are
There it is,
at 7,000,
the new airport.
70, request to decline.
KLM 5 Bravo November identified, climb to flight level 130.
Climb to flight level 130, KLM 5 Bravo November.
Lufthansa 828 Victor, reduce speed 200.
Reducing speed 200, Lufthansa AJ sector.
7899 Yankee, maintain speed 200 knots for the moment.
Speed 200 knots, 7899 Yankee.
Radar Lufthansa 444 Heavy, reaching 5000.
444 Langenräder, good day identified, climb to flight level 130.
130 Lufthansa 444.
Indy Fox Whiskey Romeo identified.
Passing 2400, climbing level 70, heading 18.
3 Papa Mike, hello identified.
Great view of the city as well.
Climbing level 130, sorry, da hat das Mikrofon gehangen. Heading 180 to avoid and 130, Lufthansa 3 Papa Mike.
5 Bravo November, expedite climb. Lemonade 999 Yankee, speed 170 knots, maintain until 6 miles final.
Speed 170 knots until 6 miles final, Lemonade 999 Yankee.
Lemonade 999 Yankee, contact tower 118.780, bye-bye.
18780, thank you service and have a nice day, bye-bye.
Christian, we get taxi via Papa, not Papa 1. Thank you. This is your airport, isn't it, Christian? But you can't wait for this to be released.
So 5 Whiskey, descend to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1014.
Descend altitude 5,000, QNH 1014 for Lufthansa 5 Whiskey. To the side low descent, QNH 1014, set 4,000 blue.
120, descending to flight level 100.
Easy 1549 Langenräder, good day identified. Direct Delta Foxtrot 411, expect ILS Yankee runway 25 right.
Approach checklist. Barrow QNF, try again. Barrow QNH 1014. Seatbelt signs on. Minimums 5541. Auto brake.
Sorry, Lufthansa 808 Victor,
low.
Speed 170 knots, maintain at 6
And
miles
EFB
final.
stowed.
170 onto 6 miles by Lufthansa 808 Victor, and we are established.
Config.
Okay, 5 Bravo November, contact Langenräder 123.280, bye-bye. KLM 5 Bravo November, contact Langenräder.
Christian, I got the feeling on Discord you were quite excited about this scenery.
KLM 5 Bravo November. Unser 444, contact Langenräder 123.280.
That's a great view of the city.
123.280, Lufthansa 444, cheap.
Unser 808 Victor, contact Tower 118.780, bye-bye.
118.780, Lufthansa 808 Victor, schönen Tag.
Langen Hello, German Cargo 417 inbound Kerax on the Kerax 5 Alpha arrival, passing 160 for 110.
Cargo 417 Langenräder, good day identified. Expect ILS to Yankee runway 25 right.
Was that for German Cargo 417?
Affirm, expect ILS Yankee runway 25 right.
We were 777, is that enough of runway?
Affirm, runway 25 right is only not available to Jumbo Jet and Antonov and MD-11.
Okay, ILS Yankee 25 right, German Cargo 417.
Ooh, German Cargo, you can get in on that.
Maintain present heading. Lufthansa 5 Whiskey, maintain present heading.
Present heading for Lufthansa 5 Whiskey. Pull heading.
Easy 1549er, descends to flight level 080.
Descending to flight level 080, either 1549er.
Lufthansa 904, descend to flight level 080.
Inbound the width of Romeo.
When we get the turn, we will go flaps 1.
Lufthansa 3 Papa Mike, contact Langenräder on 123.280,
Speed out, sir.
bye-bye.
23280, Lufthansa 3 Papa Mike. Dankeschön nochmal, tschüss.
German Cargo 417, turn left heading 220, descend to flight level 090.
Left 220 and descend to 090, German Cargo 417.
3 Alpha, why are you climbing above your initial climb? Climb to flight level 130.
130, Lufthansa 3 Alpha.
Oh, it's very busy, isn't it? Very, very busy. Which is great.
For 5 Whiskey, turn right heading 160.
Right heading 160, Lufthansa 5 Whiskey.
Landing radar, hello, Lufthansa 888, climbing.
Flaps 1, speed's checked. Flaps 1.
Lufthansa 888, where are you going? You are deviating much from the track
dear.
direct Tobak for the moment. Maintain level 70.
Direct Tobak, Lufthansa 888, maintaining flight level 70.
So we're already down at the platform altitude, meaning we can bleed speed off as we want. So that's nice.
Lufthansa 5 Whiskey further right, heading 220, cleared LS Yankee, runway 25 right.
Continue turn, heading 220, cleared ILS 25 right, Lufthansa 5 Whiskey.
So 3 Alpha, contact Langen radar on 123, decimal 280, bye-bye.
123, decimal 180, Lufthansa 3 Alpha.
Negative, 123, decimal 280.
Glide slope lock blue, Cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2.
Lufthansa 3 Alpha, thanks for the ATC, goodbye.
German cargo 417, descend to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1014.
Open 5,000 feet and QNH 1014, German cargo 417.
Sun 904, descend to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1014.
There's our runway.
QNH 1014 down to 5,000 feet,
ED 1549, reduce speed 220 knots or less.
Yeah, roger, sorry for the overspeed there, my mistake. ED 1549er.
Sun 904, speed 250 knots or greater.
250 knots or greater, Lufthansa 94.
Sun 5 Whiskey, descend to 4,500 feet for better intercept.
Descend 4,500, Lufthansa 5 Whiskey.
KLM 66 Papa.
Thrust idle, over descent, 4,500 blue. That is just below platform.
Fleming Fair, level 1.
We're basically very close to that glide slope right now. We're not going to capture the localizer before it. You must capture the localizer prior to the glide slope.
Lufthansa 888, flight level 70.
Otherwise it won't work.
Lufthansa 888, roger.
Should get them both now. Adrian, hello.
German cargo 417, reduce speed 220 knots.
There we go, glide slope. Lock
Reducing speed
start.
220 knots, German cargo 417.
Missed approach altitude
So
is 5,000 feet.
090.
090.
Flaps 2, speed's checked. Flaps 2.
KLM 66 Papa, contact Langen radar on 123, decimal 280, bye-bye.
123 decimal 280, goodbye.
German cargo 417.
Speed 180.
LS Yankee, runway 25 right.
Make sure we can go down and slow down.
German cargo 417.
So 5 Whiskey, contact tower 118, decimal 780, bye-bye.
11878, Lufthansa 5 Whiskey. Thanks for the service, bye-bye.
From the 888.
Tower Lufthansa 5 Whiskey, 25 right, established 10 miles.
Lufthansa 5 Whiskey, tower, hello.
I don't use the Google Maps mob, Adrian. No. If you've enjoyed our streams today, then...
5 Whiskey, wind 140 degrees, 5 knots, runway 25 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 25 right, Lufthansa 5 Whiskey.
Lufthansa 3 November on frequency.
Yeah, if you've enjoyed the stream today, please do hit the like button. Remember, check out our links in the video description and in the chat for inner builds if you're purchasing any of this. That link supports the channel, so big thank you to everyone that's done that. And of course the discount code for the Contrail store, saving you money as well, which is always good.
Blue right, Nana Yankee, contact apron 121.855, goodbye.
121.855, thank you for the service and have a nice day, bye.
Can't wait to check out the replay of this landing. Oh dear. Oh dear. Daleks have entered the room.
Nana 3 November, reduce 0. Lufthansa 3 November, reduce to 0 to 1.
Gear down. Spoilers armed. Flaps 3. Speeds checked. Manage the speed. That looks awesome. Yeah, so we're going to have a nice long taxi back. Show off the airport a little bit more, doesn't it, as well, that? Just a reminder then, so our go-around procedure is straight out, 700 feet, right-hand turn, max speed 220.
Lufthansa 3 November, now better, wind 140 degrees, 5 knots, runway 18, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff out of 18, 903 November.
The sim has looked awesome today, it has to be said. I always think some days it looks better than others. Flying Cube, don't worry about the performance yet. This has not yet been optimised. This is a pre-release version, so you must give them benefit of the doubt. This is not yet optimised. Right, 1,000 feet. And my aeroplane.
Lufthansa A320 Victor, contact airplane 121.855, goodbye.
Contact airplane 121.855, Lufthansa A320 Victor.
Tower, hello, Lufthansa. Tower, gute Lufthansa, 904, I left 255.
Stable.
Lufthansa 904, Frankfurt Tower, hello.
Puppies and glide slope disagreeing a little bit here, actually. Oh man, that's bumpy. What's going on here? We've got the oscillations. Let's see if we can rescue that.
Minimum.
Ugh, continue. I don't want to fly this thing.
100. 50. 40. 30.
Come on, get down.
20. Retard. 10.
Lufthansa 903 November, identified, contact Langen Radar 136.
Long landing, max reverse.
Goodbye.
136, 130, danke, ciao.
Manual brakes. Oh, I've not had that oscillation on arrival before. That was scary.
German Cargo 417, 12 PME, ILS Yankee 255.
German Cargo 417, Tower, hello. Lufthansa 904, wind 140 degrees, 5 knots, runway 25 right, clear to land.
25 right, clear to land, Lufthansa 904.
Lufthansa 5 Whiskey, welcome to Frankfurt, taxi left, Papa, November 11, hold short of November.
Taxi left, Papa, November, hold, November 1, Whiskey, Lufthansa 5, Whiskey.
Negative, Papa, November 11, hold short of November.
Papa, November 1, and hold short November for Lufthansa 5, Whiskey.
5 Guitar, good day, MS-19 with the approaching Lima 3, runway 25 center.
Emirates 19 Frankfurt Tower, hello, wind 140 degrees, 5 knots, runway, correction, hold short of runway 25 center for now.
Holding short runway 25 center, Emirates 19.
Oh, the Fenix aircraft not doing what we want there. That oscillation has been reported. The team know about it. A few people have had it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be
But we don't know what causes it.
safety-related duties. However, we ask
Which is really frustrating.
until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off.
Emirates 1 and 9, you are re-cleared via Maroon 7 Foxtrot departure, flight plan route, climb vessel to altitude 5,000 feet. The rest of the script remains the same.
Yeah, I got the flight plan in the first place, MS-19er, but I didn't have 7 Foxtrot. I had 6 Foxtrot. Is that alright?
Yeah, 6 Foxtrot is also right.
Let's get the APU started, then enjoy this nice long taxi.
Whenever you are.
Roger, I'll line up runway 25 center.
Line up runway 25 center, MS-19er.
Our ground crew will help you complete your journey.
So if you are just joining us now to check out the airport as we taxi around it, please be mindful of a couple of things. Number one,
Emirates 19, expect delay of 3 minutes.
this is not the completed airport. There are still things to be done. Optimization
Whiskey, contact apron
is also one of them.
855, goodbye.
Over to the apron now, Lufthansa 5 Whiskey. Thanks for the service. Bye bye. Yeah, optimization hasn't yet been done on this. It's a pre-release version. Lots of things still to add. Ground clutter, people in the terminals, stuff like that.
Condor 14 Romeo, your departure runway is 18. 18, copy.
Also worth noting as well,
Lufthansa 8, Vector holding short.
whilst we are here,
Lufthansa 8, Juliet,
VATSIM
Victor, apron, hello,
is absolutely flooded with people. There are loads of people here, which is also hurting my performance.
November
Also,
5 and November.
I'm streaming off a PC, which really adds to the
November
demand.
11, Lima, November 5 and November Lufthansa 8, Juliet Vector.
So, 3GM 65 Delta, just beware of all of those things for me. The final version will not be this laggy, and if you're not streaming it won't be this laggy.
Speedbird 9090 uniform apron hello cleared Heathrow Sopra 2 Lima departure flight plan route clamper set 4000 squawk 2046.
Clear to Heathrow by the departure, climb to 5,000 feet cleared and squawking on 2042 for Speedbird 909 uniform.
Speedbird 9090
Also, the terraforming as well hasn't been completed.
Climb 4,000 feet and squawk 2046.
Will be done prior to release.
Squawking on 2046 and initial climb 4,000 feet, Speedbird 909 uniform.
Ground Lufthansa 5 Whiskey on Papa.
Lufthansa 5 Whiskey, apron hello. Taxi via Papa, November 11, hold short of November.
Taxi via Papa, November 11, hold short November, Lufthansa 5 Whiskey.
Turkish 155 for Pushback. A320 near at gate Bravo 46 with information hotel on board UH 1014.
Also, this bridge needs to be added as well. That is in the bug list.
914 apron hello, cleared Gatwick Sopra 2 Lima departure, flight plan route climb at 4000 squawk 2074.
So I do agree, there is lots left to do with this airport to make it anywhere near as good as Brussels and Oslo.
KLM 824, number 1 for taxi. Lufthansa 914, your departure route is Sopra 2 Lima. Lufthansa 914, confirm Sopra 2 Lima departure route. KLM 824, when clear of crossing traffic in front of you on Lima right to left, taxi to runway 18 via Lima, November 14 and November.
This is worse than Skiphol's taxi, isn't it? It's ages.
Clear of the crossing, kilometer.
Lufthansa 8 Lima Kilo, ready for traffic.
Correction, Condor 8 Kilo Yankee, runway 18 via Lima.
Condor 18 via Lima, Condor 8 Kilo Yankee, danke.
Yep, still a lot of work to do.
Condor 11 Zulu, requesting.
I thought I was going to tip my plane up then.
Condor 11 Zulu, runway 18 via November 3 and November.
Runway 18 via November 3, November, Condor 11 Zulu.
Air France 767 request taxi.
Air France 7567, taxi via Sierra 5, hold short of Sierra.
Sierra 5, hold short Sierra, Air France 767.
Lufthansa 8 Lima Kilo, ready to taxi.
Lufthansa 8 Lima Kilo, taxi to runway 18 via November 7 and November.
Taxi runway 18 via November 7 November, Lufthansa 8 Lima Kilo.
Lufthansa 5 Whiskey, stand 64164 via November 11 and November.
Lufthansa 904 on Papa, joining November 11.
All stations stand by short.
Yeah, so we've got loads of people here. And
It's Lemonade 999.
this hasn't been optimised yet. You can tell. It is very laggy.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, stand by short, all stations, please.
Aircraft 7194 request taxi to runway 1.
Stand by short.
What you don't understand when I say hold, when I say don't talk for a moment, I have to make something.
Sorry, didn't hear you.
He has to make a cup of tea. Much as I want to let him know I'm here, I won't do. But yeah, I think from a starting point, it's a great starting point. The scenery looks good, but there's lots to fix to bring it up to the level of
All
Oslo.
stations, there's a controller change in progress. Please stand by for about 5 minutes.
How close? You are just going to get gassed. Okay, so just so you're aware, if ever you're taxiing behind someone, make sure, as a general rule, you can see the aircraft in front of you. Make sure you can see both wingtips in your window. That's a nice rule. Yeah, Ethan, I was going to say that. The aircraft behind me is giving me a prostate exam.
Frankfurt Airport, gute Lufthansa 1 Papa Gate Alpha 14, request startup and nav clearance to destination Milan, information hotel.
To be fair, he probably doesn't know about the change because he'll have only just gone through
Controller change in progress, you have to wait.
Roger.
Frankfurt Apron is for a short time back. We are searching for controllers right now. Lufthansa 80 Kilo, contact Tower 118.78.
Oh, bless them. J-Hog, I'd do it runner if it was this busy and people didn't listen.
Lufthansa 80 Kilo, contact Tower 118.78. Ciao.
I want
LM824, Tower 118.78. Ciao.
I want HD as a VATSIM controller. Can you imagine?
Stand from 595.
Stand short.
Atrium Gute Lufthansa 904 November 11 holding short November.
I think that was the aircraft behind me.
Number 8 Kilo Yankee is ready.
Just talked.
All stations, stand by short for about 5 minutes. Controller change in progress.
Okay, should we just log off and check out the replays and things? Up to you.
Ground,
do we wait or do we log off? Let me know in the chat quickly.
349 requesting IFR clearance to
stay or replay.
Athens, the Sind 3 Foxtrot runway 25 Charlie.
There's a controller change in progress, so you kind of have to wait.
The new controller will be there in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, but quite a few people saying that'll log off. We can do that. We can log off. Also, we might see a big improvement in the frames as well if we log off as well. So let's do that. I am going to disconnect. So let me just disconnect from VATSIM. Thanks if you've flown alongside us today, though. That's been great. Bit of company. So we've disconnected from VATSIM now. That's gone. All the aircraft will go. Instantly, I can already see the frames are much better. What I am going to do then is, for those of you who haven't yet seen the airport, let's have a quick look. And obviously this is it. Tell you what I might do. We may just put we might just log back onto VATSIM in a bit, but go invisible, so we've got a bit of life around. But yeah, oh well, frame rates are obviously much better now. We've not got all that VATSIM ATC, as you can see. But optimization probably does need improving a little bit. Remember, there are no passengers yet. That should be there prior to release. The optimization, I'll tell you, oh, we've gone through the world. The optimization is worse when you go inside. I've noticed this, and it lags then. You can see how it's lagging now for a bit, but when we were outside, it was absolutely fine. It's almost like stuff's getting stored in the cache or whatever. So hopefully the frame rates will come back again. And yeah, they've started to return already, look. So this airport is huge. Let's first of all just say that as a prerequisite to Aerosoft. This is a huge, huge airport. So it is going to take time for them to optimize the whole thing. It's massive. There's so much to do. Also, if they are doing things like inside... Oh, what's that? Ooh, what is that? Oh, okay, that's what that is. So that's static, by the way, because we're off VATSIM, so a random static aircraft there. They're not going to do all of the interiors for all of this. At least I hope not, because that absolutely would be a useless frame rate killer. Organ, I'm not defending them. I'm letting people know, don't treat this as the final product. This isn't the final product. I've got a long list which I read right at the very, very start. And you know, I don't have an affiliate code for this. I get nothing out of this. If you like it, buy it. If you don't. It makes zero difference to me. But I do want people to sort of like be fairly given a fair representation of it. I have no vested interest in whether you purchase this or not. I already said at the start, I do think that without all of the vehicles and everything that we see in Brussels and we see in Oslo, that it doesn't feel anywhere near as alive as those two airports. And Christian's just said the airport itself isn't that much of a problem. A huge issue is the close by that hogs the performance on weaker systems. I mean, that is the city, yeah, of course, because is it a photogrammetry city as well? So not only is the PC trying to sort of do the detail of the airport, but yeah, you've got photogrammetry and all of that stuff over there in the distance. As I say, the actual buildings and the way a lot of that's been rendered, I think they look okay. They look absolutely fine. But this airport isn't alive yet. In its current state, worth €25? No. When they release it and all the, you know, hopefully the polish has been added, well, maybe we'll have to revisit it and see. I think that Aerosoft may have done themselves a disservice by allowing streamers to sort of show this off this early. So maybe that's something they might not do again in the future. Christian, I would love to check out the night lighting, but that's not yet complete. So if you did miss the very start of the stream, I'm going to send you, I'm going to just quickly read through the list of things that are not yet done. Again, this is just sort of to be fair to Aerosoft. So what's not yet included in this build that I have got here? Interior lighting and passengers are missing in the terminal. Landside terraforming has not been done. Lots more clutter objects need to be added in places. Night lighting in general is still being worked on. AFCAD airline parking codes, they're not in yet. Fuel area to the west of the airport isn't completed. The tunnel going over runway 7 left, 25 right is missing. LED popping on buildings needs to be adjusted. That's not quite right yet. Aerosoft video docking guidance systems and GSX profiles not yet included. They will be obviously by the final version. Highway traffic under taxi bridges need to have more vehicles, more service vehicles driving around the apron. Blue neon affecting the tower doesn't scale correctly at the moment. Lots of objects are clipping in Terminal 3 at the moment. Visual artifacts on the service road center lines need to be fixed. Terminal 3 is a bit further than in real life. There's construction going on there. That will only be finished once it's finished in real life. Highway bridges are missing, and optimization is still needing to be completed. So take from that what you will. As I say, I'm not here to make you buy this airport. It's just for you guys to see it, make your own mind up. once the whole thing is released in its proper state, that's perhaps when we need to revisit it and have a proper look. So yeah. So 707 liner, you'll have the same version that I do. So there are some people in parts of the airport because they've only released one version of it, basically as a pre-release. So yeah. As for the whatever was happening with the Phoenix during landing, God knows what that was all about. No idea. Let's have a quick look at the landing then from a passenger point of view. It's probably quite scary, actually. Leave that as it is. Julian says, cannot imagine Aerosoft takes any risk on this. The final product will be far better. They have a point to prove if they want to be considered a serious scenery company. I mean, they have been for years, haven't they? Aerosoft are old hats at providing scenery for the flight simulation community. Christian, this build might be old until... Oh, Christian, this build is a few days old. Yes. I guarantee you the live version of this does not look like this now. Julian, that's fair comment. Yeah, the A330 has been a disappointment. That's not been released now, has it? Until Flight Sim 24 comes out. Yeah, lots more life needs adding to this airport. So then guys, there you go. The pre-release stream. Good things, bad things. Ultimately, at the end of the day though, it's going to be your own decision, isn't it? I think, or rather, no, I hope there will be improvements before it's released, because I get the feeling many of you are disappointed with it. For me personally, it's not an airport I visit. So it's of no odds to me. If you like it, great. If not, get the free version. But I want it to be as good as Brussels, and I want it to be as good as their other mega airports, Oslo, because I think they are some of the best. They're some of the absolute best in the entire sim. So that's my hope. That's my hope. And we'll see what happens when it releases on Thursday, is it? They may push it back. Who knows? Anyway, guys, it's been great to be back after my holidays. So many people in the chat today as well. I've been looking forward to the first stream back, and I'm really glad that it was this one, because always good to preview something brand new. Huge shout out to our EasyJet Sim Pilot channel members as well for your continued support. New members coming in today as well, so that's awesome. Just a reminder as well, that discount code down at the bottom for purchasing things on the Contrail store. You can make sure you write that down so you can can use it in the future. Save yourself 10%, only allowed to be used once per account, so spend it wisely. Also check out the links for Innobuilds as well, all of their products. If you're using their links, then you also support the channel when using that link as well, which is awesome. Until next time, then I will leave you with the with our usual landing review. Our next live stream, not sure when that will be, but tomorrow is the most wonderful day of the year because all of the children return to school. I have been waiting for that day for the last 6 weeks, as I'm sure any other parents out there will have as well. So we'll hopefully be able to get back to streaming, back to videos, and a lot more coming up as well. So thanks for watching, everyone. I will see you all very, very soon. Chat on Discord as per usual, and yeah, huge shout out and thanks to everyone who's watched today. Speak to you all soon. Bye bye.